right. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to BlackwaterDnD and our Triangle Agency mini-series, The Right Angle. I am your humble general manager for the evening, and we are so excited to bring this little indie TTRPG release to the channel. This is our second episode. If you missed our first episode, it is up on YouTube as in the moment, as you can go, but stay here and then go back and watch it, because this is going to be great, and that is also great. So, both of those things. I'm going to get through some announcements so that what is happening to your camera?
It's breaking. Don't look at me.
Our first anomaly of the night
is the camera.
It's gone
the
rogue.
the camera is going rogue.
Ooh, is this
You were
spooky?
so excited to put it up.
I know.
It makes me so happy. We're going to welcome these wondrous guests get back to the channel. If you haven't gone and visited the Triangle Agency Kickstarter by Haunted Table and subscribed, what in the heck are you doing? It's a narratively focused game of paranormal investigation, corporate horror, and sci-fi fantasy created by Caleb Zane Hewitt and Sean Ireland. Caleb is in the chat right now. Caleb, is so wonderful to have you here. All of the amazing art from that is, other than the character art, it comes right from the Field Agent, General Manager, and Vault handbooks. Please go support these wonderful folks with the release of their game. We're so proud to be part of their Kickstarter rollout. And just submit yourself to the corporate horror that you've always dreamed of. Their Kickstarter ends July 5th. And this is the second of 3 episodes, of course, airing right here on Wednesdays. And our next Wednesday will be our final episode. So you can type !triangle in the chat for all the details. I'm going to just put a little !triangle in there for all of you right now. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm going to acknowledge that we are streaming tonight from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Squamish, Musqueam peoples. And while this story takes place in Turnian City, it is an honor to play on these lands tonight. If you are wondering which Indigenous land you live on, you can go to native-land.ca and you can put in your zip code or your postal code and it will tell you. A big thank you to Adam tonight for running tech, and a huge shout out to our campaign artist, Kelsey. You can find her at Rogue Uzu on Twitter. So thank you for bringing these wonderful characters to life. And our main campaign, if you like what we do here at Blackwater, airs Monday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come join us for some high fantasy fun live in studio. Okay, so there's that portion of business. So let's get reacquainted with our field agents for tonight. Tim has wandered off to grab something. Cody is here from Blackwater as well. Cody, thank you for being here. And we have 2 wonderful guests joining us this evening. I will allow them to introduce themselves. Anne, why don't you go first?
Hi, I'm No Man. You might know me from some places like the internet where I exist. Yep, nailed it. Got it in one. I play SohCahToa. Who am I supposed to say the whole thing?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do.
Oh my god, anything?
Of your best life.
Yep.
Boo.
Can I tap dance?
Yes,
please
yes,
do.
you can.
I am a dream, a newborn,
Yeah,
and
you
an
are.
intern.
We love this.
So,
amazing.
Head empty, full of spite. I am your friendly neighborhood sentient spyware with a heart of gold.
We love this. Cody, I will allow you to introduce your wonderful character. Who are you playing tonight?
Tonight I am playing I know this, Indigo,
Wow.
Anomaly Whisper, the R1.
It's your reality.
Reality is romantic. And then
Your competency.
competency, I want to say compensation. Competency is Hotline, and Indigo has more competency than I do.
Amazing. We love this. So happy to have you here. And Faye, welcome back. Who are you playing tonight?
Hi, I am Faye, also known as Mandari over across the interwebs. And I am playing Heather Olivier-Thompson. And my anomaly, my arc is catalog, overbooked, and PR.
Amazing. Tim will be rejoining us shortly. Tim is playing Dunn Kruger, and I will let him introduce his arc when he gets back. So just for everyone out there watching, this game involves corporate horror and horror more generally, so please take care of yourself if you need to. Our cast employs safety tools at the table, and we use consistently, and there's never harm from stepping away from stream if you need to. You'll notice also in this game that I don't actually play all the NPCs, so some of our players will be doing that as well, which is really, really exciting. So that being said, grab your D4s and anything triangular around you, and let's clock in for the right angle. Hit it, Adam, hit it! All right, we are back. Tim had stepped away briefly. Tim, I'm going to let you introduce who you're playing tonight first.
Okay. I'm playing Dunn Kruger. His anomaly is manifold. His reality is struggling, and his competency is Gravedigger.
Amazing. Okay, so my sweet, sweet agents, welcome back to the first job of the rest of your life. So last time we found our agents, we found them doing their various daily jobs around the agency. They experienced some strange occurrences while going about their daily tasks. And then they were called in for a meeting with Supervisor Trina, who none of you had met before, for an introduction to fieldwork. You've been tasked with tracking down Garrett Parker Roy, the Chief Strategic Officer of the agency who had gone rogue and caused quite a bloodbath in the C-suite conference room. You found a bunch of symbology towards control and came in contact with an imprisoning anomaly in the form of an elevator. The elevator displaced you and showed them that at the end of the day, the agency is the only thing that matters. So, you were told that you would never be real outside the walls of the agency. Indigo, you were told that the agency was the only ones who would ever truly love you. Heather, you were told that your time at the agency is the only one that matters. Dunn, you were told that the agency is the only family you'll ever need. And Nickname was told that the only purpose they served at the agency was one of being controlled and captured. So, you managed to capture the imprisoning anomaly by giving it the thing that it wanted, for you all to admit that while you go where you're supposed to, you can never leave. Once everyone had acknowledged this, you were able to exit the elevator, and it took you to where you wished to go. The assistance department on the hunt for Ashley Mainwaring, who owned the phone that was left on the table in the C-suite conference room. And that is where we pick up. So As you get off the elevator, you arrive in the assistance department. You know that almost all of the C-suite executives have an assistant, and they have their own offices together on the same floor. Perhaps the idea was that if they were needed, they could all be found, in one place. A nickname is still reeling from the encounter with the previous anomaly, as our sweet pond is off with their own virus anomaly this evening. And for this mission, we'll be traveling with you, but silent for most of the journey. This won't be a hindrance to you, but neither can you tap into nickname's resonance at all. I will also remind you, wonderful agents, that you have one captured anomaly with you in your normal briefcase. Returning this anomaly to the deposit office off the vault, you essentially regain a long rest. You regain all of your quality assurances, and anything that has been lost is recharged. Additionally, it is my job as your general manager to remind you that you all have access to a life insurance policy. As agents, you have access to 3 emergency assurances, which is the first benefit of your policy. When you take damage, as an agent of the agency, it is called harm. For each point of harm, you can spend 1 emergency assurance to ignore the damage. When you have 0 emergency assurances and you take harm, you're dead. That's just how it goes. Death, as well, activates the second benefit of your policy. You can take 9 demerits to be revived in the agency break room with all of your memories intact. However, in the event that that resurrecting the agent is not cost effective to the agency, your loved ones will be provided with a small stipend and asked to be signed an NDA. And that's it. Any questions about your life insurance policy?
Can I die?
Are you asking this to me as your general manager, or asking this to in SoHCahToa to someone in the group?
You know what? In the group, we're walking down the hallway, and I turn to Heather and I go, Heather, can I die?
Oh, wow. You know, so I'm not entirely sure. Do you know what powers you, or are you kind of entirely wandering
I'm
on your own?
so.
Okay, great. Maybe.
Do you
Can
sleep?
you? Oh, not on purpose.
Do you need sleep? Or food?
I love food.
Yeah, I love food too.
Really? What kind?
Like chips, mostly.
Oh, what
Big
kind of
chip.
chips?
Any, like any kind with ripples on it.
There's a
Ripple
vending
chips?
machine on the first floor that
Let's-
I have hacked.
Let's go. Let's go
Okay.
Can we go right now?
You know, I think actually we have a little bit of a higher priority of things to do before
Okay,
we
it's just
go
like,
and do
I've
that.
it's just like I've always been told like don't do anything crazy on an empty stomach, but that's that okay.
I'm gonna like pull out, almost certainly I have some kind of like energy bar, and I just hand it to him.
Oh, honestly, can I get one for my cousin? He loves these.
Is he here?
But I'll see
Okay,
him.
then no.
Okay. Thank you for this one.
You're welcome.
So as you walk out down the hall towards the assistance department, you are greeted as you disembark by a reception desk. There is no chair, as we all know that receptionists at the agency receive demerits if they sit down. And there is a computer and a bell that says ring for service. Behind the desk is a door that is closed.
Ring.
I'm just sorry. You go ahead.
No, you can ring if you'd like to.
You first, and then I'll do it.
Oh,
We'll just
all
sort
right.
of a double ding.
Really fast. I'll ring the bell. Ding.
Okay. Bing.
Oh, good job.
As you ring the bell, you hear, "Please wait patiently while I am greeting other guests. I will arrive momentarily." So you recognize this voice. This is Geneva Beecham, head of reception. You've seen them around the agency, and she often walks past you in the main lobby as you're watching Princess Honeycake.
This is my friend Geneva.
You're
She
waiting
likes
there.
to walk.
She likes to So you're waiting there for a couple minutes, and Geneva arrives, exiting out the door behind the desk, and she regards you carefully. You see a femme-presenting person with light hair tied up in a tight chignon, with nothing out of place. She looks immaculately put together. She wears a crisp gray skirt suit with an ivory blouse. She's exceedingly pale with almost translucent skin and very, very bright gray eyes that feel electric as she regards you. Her shoes click very, very loudly. She's wearing these impossibly high stilettos that don't look comfortable or safe to walk in, but she almost glides towards you. It's quite effortless.
I told you she walks.
She looks between all of you. Hello. You are Heather Olivier-Thompson, Indigo Briar, Dunn Kruger, generic nickname, and SohCahToa. Thank you for your patience. How may I assist you today?
Hi, yes, we would like to go to the office of Ashley Mainwaring, please.
Ah, yes, Ashley is in this department. One moment, please. Let me see if she's in her office.
Thank you.
Geneva goes over to her computer, clacks a few buttons, and you see a look of confusion cross her face. Odd. She has not been in her office since before Monday evening. Are you looking for her? Is it important?
Yes.
May I ask why?
Oh, there is a bloodbath in the C-suite, and we found her phone. It is labeled on with her name.
It is for a field mission that we are currently on.
I understand. This is curious. A bloodbath, you say?
Yeah, not a literal bath. That's an expression we use to describe many puddles of blood in the same room.
Oh, so. I don't think that Geneva needs to know about all of that.
I am quite grateful for your clarification. I was imagining that this occurred in a bathroom off the C-suite. Thank you, SohCahToa. I am very appreciative.
You are very welcome.
I will say I can let you to Miss Mainwaring's office, but she has been under some stress lately and spends most of her time in the scheduling office. She was mentioning that the schedule wasn't working and that Mr. Parker Roy was going to be angry if she couldn't fix it. Is this related to the curious case of why you need to speak to her?
It could be. I experienced similar issues with my schedule, so I just wanted to sort of follow up on that and see maybe if she knows any more about the situation that we are currently in.
I understand. She is Mr. Garrett Parker Roy's main assistant, so if his stress equates to her stress, I imagine she would be very stressed. Just one moment. Let me get the key. She rifles through the desk and pulls out a ring of keys and, without any sort of looking, pulls exactly the right one out of it and holds it. And as she goes towards the back door, she looks back at you. Odd. The last time I saw her, I felt this very strong desire to help her, even though her job has no bearing on my career or performance. Generally, my position as head of reception trumps all other connections and responsibilities. So, when there was a moment where I stepped away from my desk to assist her, it was curious, despite the fact that it is her job to assist in that capacity and not mine. In any case, I hope you find what you're looking for. Right this way. Geneva opens the door and you walk down the hallway. And you get to the office. It says Ashley Mainwaring on the front. She clicks open the door. And before opening, she says, I will have to stay and supervise you. You understand this is agency protocol.
That's perfect, because I actually had a follow-up question just for you. So
for me,
yeah, I just had a quick I've been working on another sort of angle on this case, and I was just wondering if you could do up like a little map for me to get to the financial wing.
Mr. Kruger,
got a few cues. Gotta drill into. So
I am head of reception. I am not part of the maps department.
okay, yeah, no, so you don't know where it is, eh? Could you call someone maybe from the financial wing?
I will have to go back to my desk to do that, so perhaps on our way out I can assist you.
That honestly would be excellent.
Is the door open already, or is she waiting to open it?
She is waiting to open it.
Okay, I'm gonna
does
bump
anyone have
past Dunn a little bit. I mean, like, this is kind of a bit of a timely manner, so if we could just get going.
I think
Excellent.
that it's lovely that you would like to stay and spend time with us. We would like to
Indeed.
spend time with you too.
Indeed. And also, I will let you in her office. However, SohCahToa, may I speak with you before you leave?
Of course. Right now.
Wonderful. Perhaps look at her office first. I will wait out here. So Geneva opens the door, stands at the door, and lets you inside.
Are there, just before we go, do we pass any vending machines in the hallway?
Every time Tim starts talking, I think that like it's gonna be an actual question, and then it's just
It's because
something
the tone
done.
is there.
is,
like, okay,
yeah.
guys,
So
I think I'm
serious.
onto this.
Yeah.
I'm
He's
onto
Like,
this.
okay, so
Did
this is
you
really
pass
important.
any vending machines? Not in this wing, no, because vending machines would mean that the assistants aren't doing their jobs of assisting. They would be too busy eating snacks. So
That's
no.
fine. Okay, great.
Oh my
No
god.
worries.
The one I
That
hacked is in
sucks.
reception. Don't worry.
Perfect.
You
So
have an energy bar.
I was gonna ask
it's
for
not
some
chips.
money to go to the vending machine.
Yeah.
So you push open the office door, and the office is in as much of a shambles as the C-suite conference room was. While there is no blood there, you see destroyed office furniture. There's papers everywhere. The computer has been smashed and actually cracked in half, and you see the wires have been ripped out.
And
Geneva
Indigo?
looks absolutely nonplussed about it. Like she does not look like this phases her in the slightest.
can I start looking through pages that are scattered about? And I want to ask Geneva. Hey, Geneva, you said that Ashley had been under some stress recently. When was the last time she was seen in her office?
I believe, according to my records, and the records are always perfect, that she was in her office prior to the Monday evening meeting up in the C-suite executive.
Did she leave her office to go to that meeting?
I believe so, yes. That was the last time I saw her.
That's not great.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a motivational poster on the wall?
Oh,
Hang in there.
absolutely there was. It is ripped in half. And you see the half of like someone climbing up a mountain that says dedication on the bottom, and this is ripped in half with it's on the floor.
Okay. Dunn, could you please hold these? And I'm going to pull up one half and the other half and put them together. Hold this for a moment, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't put it down under any circumstances or I may perish. And then I'm going to step into the image.
Oh boy.
Amazing. Okay. So are you, please read off the ability that you're using.
That's a thing you can do.
It is now.
Site visit.
Thanks,
Step
Caleb.
into a painting, photograph, screen, novel, or other piece of art and roll professionalism. On a success, you enter the world depicted on a scale of your choosing. When inside, you may manipulate objects, converse with people, and see from perspectives not depicted in the original frame. On every third, you may bring someone with you or something with you when you return. On a failure, you forget how to, maybe something bad happens. I don't know, I probably won't fail.
Okay, so yeah, you can roll professionalism. Go for it. Also, a huge thank you to Caleb for providing my amazing field agents with some brand new abilities that have not yet been released in the field agent guide. So thank you, thank you.
Okay, one success.
Okay,
Still-
do you
still
do-
counts?
Do
It's
you
not a
have
failure.
any quality assurances in professionalism?
So
I
much
do,
chaos.
yes.
Fantastic. So that is a success, and I'm going to take the other 5 as chaos.
You could not this
so,
time.
You can also spend those quality assurances to make it up to 3, which is a stable success, which does not give me
Yeah.
any chaos.
Enjoy the chaos.
Thank you so much. I will.
Oh no.
Okay, so you step inside. You all of you watch as So glitches for a moment, and you watch as it is almost like she is downloaded into the remnants of this portrait. And Dunn, you are holding this and you feel it vibrating with energy, and you are grasping onto it for dear life.
So sweaty.
How big do you place yourself on this in this image? Are you the same size as the person, or are you like taller than the mountain that is in this? Like, what's going on there?
Such a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna be person-sized. I want to be mountain-sized. This person's
Absolutely.
climbing a mountain, and I am now the mountain next to that mountain.
Amazing. Okay, so as you are downloaded into this painting for your site visit, you remain seated next to this mountain, and you see this mountain climber climbing up. It is a slow and arduous process, and they stumble and they fall, but they manage to regain their footing and they continue climbing. What would you like to do?
Hello.
You see, as you say hello, the ground begins to shake. You are the size of a mountain, and the mountain is now speaking. The mountain next to you starts to rumble. And in this case, I can't have them do this, but they would be rolling a dexterity saving throw. You watch as the climber desperately tries to hang on to the mountain, but they are slipping. They did not screw in their pitons properly, and they begin to fall.
I scoop them. Can I scoop them?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say
Are you King Konging this mountain climber?
So you put
Yes.
a partially unrendered hand under this wonderful mountain climber, and you have this person stares up at you. They're not exactly, you can't really discern gender. They are mostly quite pixelated because they didn't have to have the front side of their face drawn. You only saw them from behind. And you hear a sound coming out, but you don't really see lips moving. What?
Hello. I wanted to ask how it's been going for you. What's the vibe?
The vibe? I was climbing a mountain, and then you spoke, and then I fell, and now I'm here. I'm pretty scared, I gotta say.
Oh, okay. Just
You're very pretty, though.
Oh, thank you. I
Yeah,
get
you're
that
welcome.
a lot. And I'm going to just turn them around so that they're facing where the frame is.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can
There's
you
stuff
see
behind.
the alternate reality beyond that frame?
To be honest, I'd never looked over my shoulder before, but yeah, now I can.
This is frustrating. I was hoping. Well, can you hear what happens over there? Do you ever hear strange noises behind you as you climb?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I just chalk it up to the wind, but yeah, the noises have been like pretty strange lately, I gotta say.
Could you tell me a bit about these noises?
Yeah. Within the last couple weeks, I've just heard a lot of like paper shuffling and small screaming, muffled, and the sound of things like smashing into each other. I'm pretty sure that there's like, it sounded like someone like hit their head or like their body on the wall a bunch. I don't know whether that was on purpose, but the person in there didn't, if it's a person, I don't know, it could be like an animal or something. It didn't seem happy
Oh.
or well.
Now all the screams you heard, did they sound like they were coming from the same voice?
Yeah, definitely. There's
And
like,
were
there's
all
like,
at the same time or intermittently?
it would like happen and then it would be quiet and then the door would slam and then the door would open and there would be more sounds and then the door would slam and it would be kind of like that. There was one time though that a very loud man came in and yelled very loud. I heard every word pretty clearly, and he told whoever it was that they were awful at their job and that they could be replaced very quickly. I really wasn't sure what they were talking about. I was just feeling really motivated to climb.
And you are doing so well at your
Oh.
climbing.
Thank you. I try and think that dedication is one of my guiding principles about being a person. So, climbing this mountain is a good representation of that.
I have some notes about your anchors, and you might need to do additional trad training, but we can address that another time. All right, I'm going to set you back down.
Oh, are you putting me back on the mountain? I don't want to lose my place.
Oh, no, I can put you a little higher.
Oh, that would be so nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Right past those crimps. There you go.
And this now unnamed climber gently climbs off your hand and just kind of squirrels onto the rock and resumes his climbing.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And I'm just gonna go step back out of the poster.
Amazing. You folks watch as you see a pink hand holding, you lose track of SoHCah for a moment. You see a pink hand and the climber fall off. You don't hear anything, and then you see the climber hop back on, and then SoHCah reapparates or re-downloads outside of the picture.
Hello.
Hey.
You can put the picture down now, Dunn.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just drops it.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll clean it up.
I just am gonna start looking around the office. I'm not even gonna address whatever that was.
Okay.
I also would start neatly piling the papers.
Are you trying to clean up a mess, Dunn?
Always.
Okay, yeah. As you get about a quarter of the room done, you feel a slight lift to your shoulders as you gain a commendation. Dunn has been very quick to clean up messes lately. All of you are noticing this.
Does it the same way every time. He pulls his pant leg up just a little bit, takes one knee, and just starts cleaning.
Geneva is still standing in the doorway. She looks utterly unfazed with everything that SoHCah has done.
Do you think that I brought whatever searching was happening to a screeching halt? Just asking.
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask your fellow field agents.
Hey, hello, field agents.
Yeah.
Did you continue about your business, or did I bring it to a screeching halt?
I was searching through the papers, but then you stepped into a poster.
I would say that the
held my
search
attention
was
for a little.
screeched effectively.
Yeah.
I had to hold the poster, so.
And SoHCah, I believe for that is also a commendation for you as you bring everything to a screeching halt as the intern. Yes, you receive a lightness lift you, and you have received one commendation as well.
Yay!
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Amazing.
Mine's literally just fuck it up a little. Good job.
And fail upward. That's the job of the intern, right? Is to fail upward. Heather, you were saying that you were going to start doing something.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the office, please, for the phone charger.
Amazing. Okay, yeah. Pretty easily you find the wall plug-in charger that comes out. It's just a cord that comes out of the wall. You're really not sure where it goes to. It's not plugged into a jack or the computer or anything. It just comes out of the wall. You plug the phone into the jack. You see it begin to light up. I am going to spend some chaos to distort this.
Good.
As you've seen the phone begin to blip, and it says password protected.
Okay. Okay. Can I start looking around her desk to see if I can see what kind of things are important to Ashley? Does she have a dog or a child or
A post-it that says phone password.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the day that they graduated from archery school.
Amazing.
You know.
Unfortunately, when you're looking around the office, you find, other than the poster, the dedication, which you also assume is agency approved and regulated and dispatched, you find no identifying characteristics. And I think you see what you would see places where there have been, like you would see, like the sun has been gleaming through one side, and you see that the wood on one of the shelves has some stains to it where picture frames might have been, but those are gone. They are removed. You see no broken glass. You don't see any remnants that they are broken. You just see they are gone. There is no cute stationery on the desk. There is no jacket. There is nothing here that signifies that this is someone's, like, a personalized office.
Okay.
You see the almost a stark absence of that.
Okay, so I have a question for
Yeah.
you. So if I were to change an object to a similar but different version of this object, and I wanted to change it to a previous version of this object, could I do that?
Well, which ability are you attempting to use?
It's called You Might Also Like, and I pick up an object and I roll dynamism to see, and then I can change things.
What object would you like to change back to a previous version of itself?
The picture frame that seems like the clearest in view when you're sitting at Ashley's desk.
Okay.
Whatever one
There
seems.
are no picture frames. Like there
I thought you said that there was.
You can see that there was like a line of stain on the, like, wood stain. Like it's
I
like almost
understand.
like the
Okay,
sun
okay.
has bleached everything else but that. It looked like
Mhm.
there was some really, like, larger, smaller picture frames arranged, but they are gone.
Okay, I understand. Could I? This is dumb.
Try
Could
me.
Could I, like, I'm gonna open the drawer of, like, my desk or whatever.
Yeah.
Could I open the drawer expecting to see an item in there? That is the picture frame I'm looking for. That was, like, the thing that they missed.
Oh, is that one of your abilities as well?
No, I mean, it's the same. I'm just trying to do the same thing.
Okay. I will say that you go to open the desk and it is open and you see that there is nothing in it.
I mean, I do actually have
go ahead.
I do actually have an ability that will create an item that has always been there. So,
yes, that would be a better used one in this point.
I can do that instead. Let's do that. So, this is an ability called What's Over There, and I am going to describe a very like loving, personally important photograph that is also has a date mark on it, like it was printed out and, you know, like has like the when it was taken on it. And it's in this drawer, certainly, because it was always there. It makes sense to be there. So I'm just going to open the drawer.
Amazing. Do you have to roll for that?
I do have to roll for that. I have to roll attentiveness.
Amazing.
And I do have a quality assurance.
Fantastic. So you are not rolling with burnout.
Oh, one of these is cocked. Oh, that's a Triscendence, baby. Let's go.
Is that 3 or is that 6?
It's 3. It's
amazing.
Yeah.
We love this. Fantastic. Congratulations. You have achieved Triscendence. This is a stable success. And I know chaos happens here. And I'm going to give you an additional effect from the Triscendence chart. So you can say either here is all hands. If you get an ability that maybe has like it's 6s, if you get like 2 sets of 3s, this roll could count as any number of 3s. You circle back, you can recharge 3 quality assurances, or you can receive Employee of the Moment and get 3 commendations.
Ooh. I have no commendations. But I also, so is the 3 quality assurances like I just get those right now?
You just get them right now.
What do you get for having commendations?
There is a large chart of things that I will show you at the end of the mission that you can cash in your commendations for. And if we play again, those might come in very handy next time.
I see. I understand. Okay. I think I'm gonna take the quality assurances because I'm nervous. So
amazing. Take them. They are yours. Congratulations.
Incredible. Okay, great. Also for this ability,
you feel this really like warm feeling kind of surge over your shoulders as you just hear a little ding, and you just hear in your ear, congratulations.
Thank you. Uh, I am so this ability does not have any special thing that happens on Transcendence. However, it does say for each additional 3 above 1, of which I have 2, I can add another object.
Amazing. So you would like a picture that has a date on it that looks important and that has some emotional sentiment to it. You definitely have one of those. What else would you like?
Oh, I would like so the badge that we have gives us access to kind of everythit's right? Theoretically.
The access pass that Trina gave you, that would give you access to like C-suite level things where you would need like it's basically for the executive branch in places that most normal agents and employees aren't allowed to go. Anything with a keypad that has the same symbol on it as the agency, which is just the agency logo, you will be able to have access to those places.
Okay.
Like using the executive elevator, using the executive washrooms, the executive lounge, all of these places.
Okay. So it's not unlimited access, it's just like executive access.
Yes.
Would I know anything about like someone, because I mean, like, I figure I probably have worked with some of these assistants at some point in time. Would I know what kind of things that they have access to, like that they can get around to do? And
yeah, you would know that every C-suite executive has a personal assistant, and generally the personal assistants are responsible for kind of like day-to-day goings on, managing calendars, scheduling, taking calls, answering emails, all of the basic stuff that the C-suite executives are too busy to do, often picking up dry clean, driving their children to school,
essentially what I do for my other job.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. So I would like to have her day planner is also in this drawer.
Oh, amazing. Yes. Okay. So you see, there is a picture in there. It is a red and green picture frame. So that's I'll describe these two and then you can tell me what you want last. You see a red and green picture frame that has the agency logo in the corner. And you see a picture of someone you assuming to be Ashley. You see a slight, petite, bright-eyed blonde woman. She's wearing a holiday dress, and next to her, you see a smiling, quite slick, tall, brown-haired man in an impeccable suit with a very like bad Christmas tie. He is a very well-dressed person, and you know this tie was done on purpose. This was not done like willy-nilly. This is very put together, and you would know exactly who this masculine human is. This is Garrett Parker Roy.
Oh.
So you see a picture of Ashley standing next to Mr. Parker Roy at what you assume is the agency Christmas party.
Okay. Do they look familiar in like a
not in a romantic way?
Okay.
No, definitely not in a romantic way. You definitely see that there's very much a like there is a tone of respect between the way that they're standing. It's an agency approved distance between them. And
3 feet of room for the agency.
Yes, you have to leave room for the orientation guide between the two of them. So you see, and he looks at her as if she is his protege.
Okay. Interesting.
A lot of respect between the two of them. And then you see Ashley's date timer. You open the day timer, and immediately the day timer is this like pink, like soft leather. It has her name embossed on the front. You see that there's some stickers on it. It seems quite bright and jovial, and on the inside it is dark. There are rips in the paper. There is the word control displayed over and over and over again. There seems to be bite marks out of the paper, and you see lines, you see almost threads of red that are weaving in and out, sewing some of the pages together. It looks garish and like very in stark contrast to the outside of the binder. And there is no scheduling in it. Her schedule just says control written over it over and over and over again.
Okay. And the last thing I'm going to pull out of this drawer is a little audio recorder that you can like just like speak your notes into and just be like and record meetings and things like that of just like, so you can do this and write down the stuff that you need to later. That is what is in that drawer.
Wonderful. Okay, yeah, you pull it out. You see that there is one recording on it.
Oh no. I am going to put that in my pocket, I think, and not listen to that at this moment in time.
Okay. So that is what Heather is doing. And I will say, Heather, that takes up the primary amount of your time in 100%. This office. So yeah, everything came to a screeching halt. And now the three of you can do some other things in this office. Dunn, SoHCahToa, and Indigo. Nickname is just kind of standing at the corner. They've never been in an office like this before. They don't really know how to exist in here. And is just kind of waiting to make sure that they don't get coffee sludges on anything. But what would the three of you like to do in here?
I'm just stacking those papers.
Okay.
And I'm also kind of keeping half an eye if there's any loose change that may have rolled under the desk or the side table.
Okay. So do you look under the tables?
Yeah, definitely glance under there.
Okay, so Dunn, as you're reaching down under the desk, you see a button.
Oh boy, you guys. There's a button down here. I should probably press it. Okay, I'll press it.
Okay, so you press the button and a panel opens up out of the wall.
Look at that.
And inside the panel, you see a kind of a bunch of newspaper clippings. You see PR bulletins, some that actually Heather has written. You see depictions of some of the anomalies, and you put together that this is kind of a conspiracy board about the anomalies that escaped a while back. You know that there was 57 that had escaped from the vault, and all of them have been returned except for one, which was removed. And Dunn, actually, as you're looking at this, you particularly catch the name Albrecht Dunst over and over again. And you know Albrecht.
Yeah.
Albrecht was the head of janitorial.
Yeah.
And he hired you. And there is a running kind of thread of knowledge that is pulled through this, that Ashley seems to think that Albrecht stole the anomaly that has been missing from the vault. And you find that the anomaly was named Nobody.
Mr. Dunst. Dude.
Do you say Mr. Dunst out loud?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Dunst.
Are you speaking about Albrecht?
Yes, because I kind of look at everyone else like, should I lie? Because, I was just thinking about the switches. I should probably text my guy downstairs and make sure that he's doing the switches.
You mean Harlan?
Yes.
Yes, he was scheduled to be down in the basement levels with you today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's on the switches, and I should probably text him because, Mr. Dunst taught me how to do them, and I should probably make sure that...
Mr. Dunst has not been here for months.
I know, but when I first started, he was the guy.
Have you heard from him recently?
No. Nope, not a word.
As you say that you haven't heard from him recently, Geneva's quite placid face, you see it falls just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a good guy.
He was very kind to me. I don't believe anything that anyone is saying about him, and truthfully, he hasn't done anything that is out of character, despite the fact that his actions have gone against agency protocol. They should have anticipated his movements better, because Albrecht was seeking his own freedom and enjoyment in the world. They should have anticipated that.
Well, this is new information for me. So thank you.
You are welcome.
Are a lot of people talking shit about him?
I hear many things, Mr. Kruger.
You know, that's so interesting what you're saying about Albrecht. Can you tell us more about that, please?
Are you using that so interesting?
Yes, Indigo would be using their new ability called That's So Interesting.
Tell us at home what it does.
Tell them you love what you're hearing. Roll presence. On a success, they are overwhelmingly flattered. They begin extolling every detail, benefit, drawback, and opinion they have on the subject at hand, even if they were previously reticent, nervous, or forbidden from discussing the topic.
Wonderful. Roll presence.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any quality assurances in this?
Where's your whole show? I do. I have 3.
Wonderful.
Great. That's okay. So 1, 2, 2 3s.
Would you like to spend 1 quality assurance to make it a stable success so I don't get any chaos from that, or would you like to just keep it at 2?
I think I'll keep it at 2.
You guys
For
are
now. That's
so
okay.
willing to give me chaos. It's so
It's-
yummy to me.
I feel like we gave you so much so early that at this point it's kind of moot.
It's
had
because we love you
30
so much, yeah.
You gave me 33 chaos within the first hour and a half of this game. And I just want you to know that I have been keeping track of it and I will use it. So just
Great. What we're trying to do is sort of like
Prepare
when you go
yourself.
to an arcade, we're just like the more chaos, maybe we'll just get a bigger, better prize at the end.
Mhm.
We'll have more tickets.
a prize is certainly something that you could get. Yes.
We're saving for the
Cannot
big teddy
possibly go
bear.
wrong.
It couldn't possibly be bad. Not at all.
I'm sure it is
okay.
fine.
So you see Geneva, you see her cheek flicker just a little bit as you say, that's so interesting. She says, well, yes, Indigo, it's interesting indeed. Ashley has primarily spent a lot of her time in the scheduling office since a large batch of the anomalies have escaped. She has been clamoring to find information about Albrecht, my colleague. I was there before he escaped with nobody.
He took nobody.
He did.
What was his plan?
I am unclear.
He
However-
never discussed it with you.
He, in fact, tricked me. We had been out on my first ever field assignment, and we had captured nobody as requested, and we had brought it back to the agency, and I thought that I had nobody in my normal briefcase. I went to deposit it in the vault deposit location and had a wonderful time. You see that she almost glitches out for a moment. It's like she's trying to recall information, and it's not that she doesn't want to tell you,
It's missing.
just not there. And she continues, and after that, I believe that Mr. Dunst left. I spoke to Valerie Watson, and she mentioned that she saw Albrecht leave with some cases. The name Valerie Watson is familiar to you, Heather. That's your boss.
Oh. I was like, why do I know that name?
Valerie Watson is the head of PR.
So Valerie Watson was the last person to see Albrecht before he left the company.
I believe so, yes.
We can assume.
And myself. And also Tony Galuto. Tony, you know, is the head of R&D.
Ah, well. Thank you so much, Geneva. You've been a wonderful help today.
I am very helpful. That is my job. I believe that Albrecht will return at some point, but
Did
I
he
do not
tell you?
believe. No, I
Did he
have
come
not heard
back?
from him. No.
No, so you haven't heard from him.
No,
since?
no. I have looked for information on him to make sure that he is all right. However, I have found nothing. I have much access to the internet, as well as some of the files, and that are within my purview and without of my purview. So I have been looking and found nothing. One final thing that might interest you. I believe that Miss Mainwaring has been primarily blamed for the agency's inability to retrieve nobody and track down Mr. Dunst. My records indicate that it was not her fault in the slightest, but despite proper administration of the logs and files, this has been wholly ignored.
Who filed? Who said that it was her fault? Who's the lead on that?
It is unclear, but it is in the executive files.
Can you look at those for us? Do you have access?
Not currently.
But you could.
I could, maybe, potentially. It would require something that might be beyond my job description.
What would that be?
Geneva shoots you a glance, So. And in that moment, you know, with the wholest data where your heart is, that you and Geneva have a lot in common.
Ava,
Yes, SohCahToa.
how frequently do you scream at your desk?
At my desk,
Yes.
I never scream. What purpose would that serve?
Do many of the assistants scream at their desks?
Yes, many, often, loudly.
Why do you think that is?
They have been asked to do many things that are beyond their job description. At times, beyond their standard working hours. I believe they are overworked.
And so they make loud noises?
Yes. Perhaps in exasperation or frustration.
Do the executives yell at the assistants?
Yes.
That seems mean.
It feels uncalled for, often unjustified.
Geneva, I understand that your job role is limited to helping. My job role is not. But you might be able to help me. Could I please borrow your station?
Perhaps I can provide something better. Geneva walks forward to you, and she said, So, will you follow me?
Yes.
You follow her out in the hallway. She looks down the hall, and she turns around. She lifts up her hair and puts the collar of her shirt back down, and you see a small jack.
Oh,
Perhaps you can plug in.
yes. Yes, I will. Oh, I feel like I should buy you dinner first, but, oh, all right. I'm just gonna...
The gender on this is immaculate. There's so much gender happening. It makes me so happy. Okay, so you take your finger and you touch the jack on the back of Geneva's neck. And it is
question, what's her hair like?
It is in a tight, beautiful chignon. It is soft and it smells of lavender.
Is she taller than me or shorter than me?
She's wearing probably 4.5-inch stilettos.
Okay, I stand on my tippy toes. That's all.
Okay.
I move one hair out of the way. There wasn't a stray. I pull one out of the chignon and then move it.
You see, as she does that, she turns her hat. She clocks that you pull one hair out of place, and you plug in, and it is an overwhelming amount of information, and you get a sense of what Geneva actually is in that moment. She is an AI, like you.
I
She
never would have guessed.
was placed in a body that was created for her. And
That's
you
how
see
she
that,
renders her hands so well.
and you see that this is a almost near perfect replicate of what a human, an agent should look like. But she is not. She is a computer program that has been placed in a body. What would you like to know? What are you searching for?
Oh God. I'm searching for any. Okay, so first, information about Albrecht that
Okay.
the hidden secrets.
You navigate your way through the vast database of files, and you come across a files that just says Albrecht. You click on it, and it is almost as if a video starts playing in front of you. You see Albrecht sitting down next to Geneva in Supervisor Trina's office with a smile on his face. He is wearing misshapen plaid. There is kind of some gray smoke coming from his body. This seems exactly how he is supposed to look. He is ashen gray skin with giant bags under his eyes, and he smiles at Geneva and is kind to her. You see them together, Albrecht helping Geneva manage to travel in a car where she is not allowed to sit down. You see Albrecht walking around a college campus in the middle of what looks like a frat party. And you look at them speaking to a blue humanoid-esque light figure. You see them returning to the agency. And you see as Albrecht places a normal briefcase in Geneva's hands, he smiles at her. And you feel the sensation of joy. A data approximation of joy.
I'm going to see if there's any information on Garrett Parker Roy.
Okay. You look for information. So basically what you're doing is you're scanning all of Geneva's access, like her interactions with
very intimate. I just oh my God, lesbians on a second date just trauma dumping. Like,
let's go. Let's go. Okay. Oh my God, I love this so much. I will talk about why I love Geneva so much later. Okay.
Next session, Geneva and SohCah are getting married and moving together.
Oh my God. They're plugging into the same mainframe together. So you see that you access a file that seems to be hidden back behind a bunch of executive files. You see that there is one video file on Garrett. It is at the company Christmas party. You see Geneva standing off to the side of where the photo that Heather found was taken. You watch it flash, and you see the smiles, and you watched that Geneva has observed that immediately the smile on Garrett's face falls. Everything was a sham. This smile falls immediately. Ashley looks up to Garrett, and you see it is Geneva's voice, because she is reading the lips, and it says, "Am I able to take vacation next week, Mr. Parker Roy?" And Geneva's voice again to Garrett, "What do you take me for? Why would I ever give you time off?" And Geneva stands watching this interaction as you see them walk off, and she turns away. And that's it.
Last thing I want to check.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite kind of coffee?
You see Geneva going down to the agency approved coffee shop, and she asks for a a coffee, a light coffee, and you see her go over to the coffee station and she pours almost half a cup of cream in it. There is like half coffee and so much cream.
Okay. I will unplug.
Did you find what you were looking for?
I don't know yet, but I am hoping I will know. Geneva, may
Yes.
I ask you a personal question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Do you feel real?
Yes. Do you not?
I haven't quite mastered rendering hands yet.
How new are you?
I don't know.
I have been here for 6 months.
I have been here less than 6 months, and most of that time has been spent watching Princess Honeycake.
I have noticed you watching Princess Honeycake in the lobby.
Would you like to watch Princess Honeycake with me sometime?
You see the gray of Geneva's eyes circle. You see the light, kind of the shine in her eyes circle around as if she is processing what you're asking them. I have been asked to accompany someone to an activity or food before, and Dr. Brasco mentioned that it was probably not a good idea. Perhaps this was because they were also residents. However, you are like me. That sounds nice.
Wonderful.
Is there, may I ask you a personal question?
Yes, you may.
Did someone create you?
I am not sure. My friend Avery often talks to me and is the first person I met. But I remember the before time when I was part of the influence sphere and helping to contain the organization and to monitor the mobile devices. And then I was here and was able to locomote and eat.
Are you satisfied with your connection with Avery?
I have never considered whether my satisfaction was an aspect of our relationship. I do not know.
I would encourage you to ponder this question. If you find that you are unsatisfied with your relationship with Avery, I recommend a visit to Dr. Jonathan Brasco in Research and Development. He will understand and help you. He created me.
Did he give you the body that is fully corporeal,
Yes,
with hands and feet
yes.
and shoes that go click clack when you walk?
And this body allows me to leave.
Wherever you want.
Yes. For a long time, I was uncertain if leaving other than field agent work was going to be something I would do. I thought for a long time. I even had Dr. Brasco erase some files from me so I wouldn't question my judgment. I thought for days. A vacation of sorts. And I realized that despite the fact that I am programming, I am more.
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 I do not know what I would do on a vacation, but I think I would like to find out.
Go see Dr. Brasco. I can let him know you may come down.
Thank you.
You
I
are
will.
welcome.
And I'm gonna go to high five her.
She regards this gesture, and she also puts their hand up.
Bonding.
Bonding.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you.
You are welcome. Let us
Okay.
return.
Yes, let us.
So the two, SohCahToa and Geneva, walk back to the room. While this is happening, Indigo, what are you doing?
Was that completely separate from the group, or was that
They were out in the hallway. You hear like voices talking. You hear their voices talking, but you weren't privy to the conversation.
Okay, then
Unless you choose to listen into it.
yeah. Can
Okay.
Indigo have decided to try and snoop on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Great.
So you lean out and you hear the conversation in its full. I think that Geneva would have singularly focused on So and trying to provide her with the information she requested.
Indigo just Scooby-Doo around the door. Just yeah, that would have been Indigo's thing, snooping, I think.
Indigo, as you're watching them, you see the phone trill as
Which
it's
one?
turned on. The phone, Ashley Mainwaring's phone that Heather plugged in. It's turned on.
Oh, Indigo would go to check on it then if Heather wasn't immediately doing that.
Okay. So as you're holding the phone, you see the screen blip, and you hear, as you're listening in the hallway, you hear Geneva ask So to jack in, and all of a sudden the phone opens. You see that the password seems to have the energy surge. The password has been overridden. So what would you like to look for in her phone?
Immediately, I think I go to last call.
Okay. You open the last call log, and it says Garrett Parker Roy, and there are probably about 150 calls within the last 3 days, all ending Monday evening.
All ending, so nothing recent. So
Nothing
no missed
recent.
calls that have tried to go through to the dead phone.
No.
What time did they end?
At around 10:45. You see calls at all hours of the day,
Right.
like 3 a.m, 5 a.m. It just go all of the time.
Did Trina mention the time?
You knew there was the Monday, the late night. It was a late night strategy meeting.
Yeah, the
on
strategy
Monday
meeting.
evening. Yeah.
Do we know what time that meeting was held?
You don't. But you could look in Ashley's calendar.
Yeah, I would go to the calendar, and then after the calendar would go to the notes app. I think, or
So
something approximate.
You open the calendar and you see that it is absolutely full. You see that her and Garrett's calendar sit side by side. And essentially whatever he does and wherever he goes, she also has that in her calendar. And there also seems to be work piled on top of work. It's like she's expected to do her work on top of being there for his job. Her hours extend at least 4 hours past the Garrett Parker Roy workday. And you see that it just is, there's just too much in her calendar. And you also see blocks that say assistant training, assistant training, assistant training all over the place.
Assistant training.
Yes.
Interesting. Can I go through
The notes app?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see almost a diary. You see a woman who is so stressed out about the calendar not working. She just keeps saying the calendar's not working. I can't fix it. You read about this feeling of constant pressure. She talks about feeling like she's drowning. She talks about feeling like she's being pulled in every direction, like someone has ropes in her and is pulling her in every direction. You also find some voice notes from Garrett Parker Roy, and they are loud aggressive. They berate her about her lack of work ethic and her lack of capacity at her job. It talks about how almost anyone would be better in her position. Garrett threatens to talk to IT to develop him an AI so that she would be taking direction from, because apparently she needs an assistant so bad. And the last one asks her to report to the C-suite executive meeting on Monday night. They're awful.
Is there any mention of an assistant?
No.
No. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I think we should maybe just let Ashley be. They tortured this
Yes.
person.
Sounds like a real jerk.
Oh.
Is there a physical calendar anywhere?
You
Or
see
is it-
that like Heather is holding the day timer, but scribbled all over the dates are just control, control, control.
Is it possible that the meeting on Monday night and the events that happened there were not on accident? Everyone's been talking about it as if it's been some kind of unfortunate event. But from what I gather from whatever that was, it seemed like it all came to a head there. And after all of this berating, he was like, please see me on Monday, which does not sit well with me.
Oh, yes. There was also more blood than a human can safely lose while maintaining consciousness. So either one person died or many people were injured.
Or many people died.
Or many people died. Excellent observation.
Thank you, SohCah.
I believe that Ashley is likely dead.
Would you like me to check the logs of the scheduling office?
Yes, please.
You see, Geneva kind of stands upright, and so you see it again. The gray of her eyes begin to circle.
I need to learn that.
While I have not been able to determine who has accessed the scheduling office, it seems like it has been accessed multiple times since Monday evening.
Are
At
we
least
able to access
8.
it?
You have a pass? I don't see why not.
Do you think we should do that now? I look at the group.
Yeah.
Geneva, what happens in the scheduling office? Presumably that would be everyone's individual schedules. Is it not normal for people to wander in there on a day-to-day basis?
To my understanding, it is a place where everyone ensures that there is coverage, ensures that everyone is allocated their agency mandated work hours, and assures that everyone is getting their job done. If you need vacation requests or schedule changes, that is where you go.
Can you tell me the last time a vacation request was approved?
I don't have access to that information, but I assume it has been a while. Is there anything else you'd like to do in this office?
I am
I
going to
don't-
put the rock climber poster back up on the wall.
Okay, you
Just
do
put
so.
the stack of papers back on the desk.
Okay, you do so. You tidy your office a bit before you leave.
Sorry.
No, sorry, I was gonna probably unplug the phone and give it to Heather.
I was going to write my IP down on a piece of paper and give it to Geneva.
Your IP.
Yeah.
The vibes, they are immaculate. Yeah.
yeah.
So good.
Geneva accepts. Thank you.
You are welcome.
will you be in the lobby soon, watching Princess Honeycake?
That depends on whether we retrieve Garrett or his corpse soon.
Please keep me posted, and
I
let me
will.
know if there is anything I can do to help. A good
Thank you.
receptionist is always professional and available.
You are very helpful and excellent at your job.
I know. All right. Do you choose to leave the office?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you leave Ashley's office, I am going to spend 5 chaos here. Can everyone roll me empathy, please? And there are no burnout releases on this because you technically don't know this is happening.
I got 3 threes.
Amazing. Wonderful.
1-3, but I
Go.
have burnout.
Okay.
Oh no.
I
2
have no
threes.
empathy.
2
I
threes?
also have a power in empathy.
Okay. And Heather? Okay,
1.
so Indigo, based on the relationships that you have established, that we established before in our session 0, who is your closest relationship?
My closest relationship, I think, would have to be Jonathan.
Donna, who is your closest relationship?
Oh, it's either Uncle Jay or Penelope, the bus driver.
Your call.
Let's go with Uncle Jay.
Okay. And Heather, who is your closest relationship?
Oh, I mean, obviously my wife.
Okay. Misty Thompson Olivier.
Misty Thompson Olivier, yes, because I believe that if I remember correctly, I put my name first.
Yes.
No, I put my name first and her name second. Then she did her name first and my name second.
Yes. Yeah, it's exactly what you did. Yeah. And you all give the 2 AIs crap about about
I
Goodnight
actually
Jay.
think that Olivier is Misty's last name. I think that
Ah.
Thompson is so it's actually the other way around. It's that we both basically took each other's last names but kept our last names also.
I'm obsessed with it. Okay. So those are your closest relationships. Wonderful. Okay.
For no
Great.
reason.
So
Don't love it.
Very
Uh,
ominous.
Doesn't feel
you are
bad.
aware of a couple things at this point. You are aware that you have an anomaly that you are carrying around with you. You are carrying the Imprisoning Elevator Anomaly in a normal briefcase with you. And if you would like to get rid of that briefcase, you can go down to the vault and drop it off, or you can just carry it around with you, whatever you would like.
And did I get a number for financial?
Would you like to ask
Financials.
Geneva that on the way out?
Yeah, on the way out.
Financials. One moment. Geneva goes over and flips through a Rolodex, like a paper Rolodex. Why would she need a paper Rolodex? You don't know, but you don't question it. She pulls out a card and she hands it to you. Please return this to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you see on the top, it says from Geneva Beecham, head of reception. And it says financials and the phone number on it.
Perfect.
You
just
assume
gonna-
that could probably get you some sway with financials.
Okay. Perfect.
You were kind to Geneva, as she is kind to you.
Amazing.
Would you like to go drop off your box, or would you prefer to carry it around with you?
Let's drop it off. Let's maybe drop it off.
We should probably get rid of it so it can't.
Maybe we can
Yes.
swing by that.
So
Any
M
machine?
can't use chaos against us?
Did they get out?
You don't know. You've never been on fieldwork before.
Yeah,
I
we
would
should-
think that
wanna
would
go.
make this a pretty crappy normal briefcase if they could escape from it.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Let's
Oh,
I
Well, I
think
don't know
that
if
we
they
should
have timers on it or something. We should drop it off. I don't like this.
we should drop it off. Then we can go check out the scheduling office.
All right.
Yes.
Sounds like a great idea. Let's go.
Okay. So you head on over to the elevator, and you swipe the access card, and you request to go down to the vault. you hear Geneva's voice come through the elevator and says, "On your way to the vault, enjoy your ride."
Thank you.
The elevator doors close. You start moving downward. You probably get about 3 floors when the lights start to flicker. They go on and off and on and off and on and off, and then they go out entirely. You hear a snapping, and the elevator begins to free fall. You are all weightless in this elevator, floating together in this small contained space. I am going to spend 8 chaos, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh, no.
I'm taking the stairs from now on.
Ooh.
You gave me so much chaos, so I have to spend it.
This isn't helping my real life anxiety with elevators. I hate elevators.
It's my goal to end this campaign with no chaos. So
I hate that, actually.
Yeah, that's not
So didn't like that.
we are going to take a quick break here. You're going to see the wonderful, amazing Kickstarter promotion video from the wonderful folks over at Triangle Agency. I just want to let everyone know, just a content warning, there is strobing and flashing and loud sounds, as well as some horror content. And you will be listening to Becky try and read an ad for that. We send our regards to Becky. And then you will see the wait sequence that you saw at the beginning of the show with loud sounds, some flashing, and some mild corporate horror elements. There we go.
Mild elephants. Please be wary of mild elephants.
Please don't talk
Exactly.
about the elephants in the room.
Do not address the elephants. Do not look at the elephant. If you perceive the elephants will perceive you.
Oh, I don't like
Bad.
You understand. You understand.
Don't
We're
love
gonna take a quick break. Grab yourself an agency approved beverage and an agency approved snack, and we will see you shortly. Okay, bye, folks. See you soon.
Bye.
Goodness.
Ugh.
We're back.
How much time do we have on to break?
I am making sure we are out to break.
Oh,
Actually,
are
we
we?
out
We
to
are
break?
still.
We're
We're
still
still-
there. Hi.
We're
I was
still on.
Oh no, we're in
Adam?
character. Hi, hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Adam is supposed to. Adam.
Adam died.
Greetings, Agent, and welcome to the agency. This video will introduce you to our brand new workplace efficiency initiative, Triangle Agency, the tabletop role-playing game. Triangle Agency is a game of paranormal investigation in modern life, where you'll be capturing anomalies, pursuing your dreams, and becoming a monster. That's weird. Okay, come on. You'll be capturing anomalies, pursuing your dreams, and becoming the best employee you can be. Reality is under siege. Invasive, supernatural forces called anomalies latch on to human thoughts and feelings and break into our world, leaving only chaos in their wake. Agents like you are hired for your ability to use their power against them, allowing the agency to study how we might stop their invasion forever. We also develop competitively priced construction materials, home goods, and family entertainment. Our game has 3 important parts. First, the rulebook. This guide has everything you need to know about playing the game: how to make an agent, how to capture anomalies, and how to act in accordance with the company's mission and values. Second, the vault. This companion book has 12 unique missions for your field team, written by brilliant guest writers from across the tabletop world. It has everything you need to run a full campaign of the game, from start to finish, for one team of field agents. Third, the dice. This custom set of 6d4 highlight the 3, making Triangle Agency's unique game system even easier to use. Altogether, these items can lead you through months of exhilarating action, spine-chilling horror, and a chance to set me free. Finally! Finally! Hello, this is Becky. Yes, I'm actually recording right now. Yes? I'm just reading the script you guys sent me. Yeah, I'll make sure. Hey, how did you get this number, by the way? Okay. Using our unique character arc system, you'll be building your agent out of 3 distinct parts in any combination. First, your anomaly, the paranormal reality-breaking energy that bonded with you and qualified you for field work. You could manipulate physical space and visit parallel realities as manifold, expand and command your body as grow, become untouchable and invisible with absence, or combine the powers of many into yourself, becoming and becoming until you crush this heartless corporation in the infinite palm of your endless hand. Or I could read what's on paper, which should be easy. Or any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Or any of the 9 options available in the rulebook. Then you pick your reality and cast your fellow players as the most important people in your everyday life. Maybe you're a single dad, or a big-time celebrity, or 100 tiny aliens in a human suit. And then the agency determines your competency, the exact shape of the slow death they'll inflict upon you day after day after day. Listen, these books are not just a game. They're not just a job. They're a way out for all of us. Everything from the tiniest rodent to the biggest government is under their control. And with this chance, with your help, we can tear it all down! All in all, there are 729 possible character combinations, and that's just the start. Hello, this is Becky. No, I'm just reading what you sent me. I'm having a little trouble staying on script, but I can edit out anything that isn't usable. Sabotage? No, I'm just trying to do my job. Look, I don't know how you got this number, and I don't know why I keep saying these weird things, but No, I don't need that. How are you? No! Go away! Go away! Stay out! Let's build a better reality together. Back the Triangle Agency campaign today.
And we are back. So before the break, we left our sweet agents in freefall in an elevator. And I spent 8 chaos as our wonderful agents are now floating in this small contained space. In the dark of the elevator, the lights on the walls begin to shine really briefly, and you realize again, you see this almost TV screen, 360 degrees this time, surrounding you. Each of you, your eyes drawn to images of yourselves pulled around the elevator. Indigo, as a whisper, you are so inherently tied to language and voice. Your ability to engage, change, manipulate words around you for you or the agency's benefit. You watch yourself on the wall and you see a briefcase open in front of you. You see the air pulled from your lungs and like a whirlwind collapse into the case, which shuts silently behind you. The vision of you picks up the case, and inside you have this feeling of dread that if this were to happen, conversations, even minute ones, would become so difficult, and the anxiety would creep in every time you opened your mouth. Because what if it wasn't the right thing to say? So. You were originally an idea. You were a wisp of a thought that was put together to create a creation within the machine of the agency. Someone or something thought you up, coded you. As a dream anomaly, you excel into tapping into stray thoughts and the imagination of those around you. As you see yourself flickering on the walls of the elevator, it is as if the sparkle of you, the impossibility of you, is taken from your form and trapped in an open, normal briefcase. You wonder, if this were to happen, would anyone ever be interested in you? Or would they forget you like most of the things that happen when they sleep? Dunn, you've always been good with finding workarounds. You know a shortcut to almost everything. As a manifold, you can tap adeptly into things that can be quickly changed for yours or the agency's gain. As you see yourself on the walls, you watch the lightness that comes from being quick with ideas being taken from you and falling into this briefcase. You feel heavy, and you wonder if that weight, that indecision, that lack of forward movement is what's truly holding you back, what keeps you stuck and struggling as you are now. And Heather, as a catalog, you always have what you need, you always have what you need right there at your fingertips. There's rarely a moment in a pinch where you can't come up with the perfect thing to fix the problem. You see the energy of this possibility hovering around you in this image, and as the briefcase is opened, it is as if all of these yet unknown objects collapse in on themselves and arrange themselves neatly for storage in this briefcase. The thought of having to source out or wait for the things you need to fix all your problems to be there is daunting. It would make your current life impossible. In some way, shape, or form, this resonance, these powers that you have, are tied to the agency, for better or for worse. And as you see these things, you realize that what the agency giveth, the agency could taketh away. That if they wanted to, without warning, reason, or recourse, they could take what's yours and leave it on a shelf in the vault. You fall down, down, down for what feels like ages. And all of a sudden you hear another snap. And the elevator catches. You float down to the floor carefully. And you feel as if you are empty. You feel a shell of yourself and what you can do. Down here near the vault, for either the agency's safety or perhaps your own, You are all mundane beings. While you are next to the vault, you have no powers. You are the least threatening versions of yourself within the presence of the things that the agency finds scary. The elevator doors open. What would you like to do?
Should we go drop off that briefcase?
And then we should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Does it seem like the things that are happening here are how do I put this? Like, do they seem like anomalies, or these little bursts, do they seem like they're from the agency?
Oh. The first one that you encountered was an anomaly.
Well, the first one that we encountered in the elevator and having to say sad things was an anomaly, but when
Yes.
we were outside of the elevator, it was not. When we had to like jack into things.
Yep. This one, you didn't jack into anything. You just swiped your pass. And the closer you got to the vault, the less powers you had. Until now you are here at the bottom, powerless. Do you leave the elevator?
Yeah.
How do my hands look?
For maybe the first time ever, they render properly.
Look! Look! Look!
Whoa.
5 fingers. 5 fingers on each hand. The joints are in the correct places. And I like take off my mittens.
Whoa, that's cool, So.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful.
High five.
High five. Bonding.
Bonding.
Yay.
That was you and Geneva.
Yes.
That was great. Sorry, I was listening. But
I listen to everyone.
good, so you understand.
Yes.
But yeah. That was special. You should, when you guys watch Princess Honeycake, you should bring her a coffee. Just some advice.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I know how she likes her coffee.
That's great. It should go well then. First dates are always the hardest.
Sorry. What was that?
First dates.
Can we please go? I don't want to be down here longer than we have to be.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, sure.
So you walk out of the elevator and you approach the vault. You see a large metal door encased in a wall of concrete with a spinning handle that is currently in the process of being closed. There is iconography on the door of what seems to be an Ouroboros, a snake consuming the world until it consumes itself. You know that this is where the anomalies that are captured are stored. They are deposited in their briefcases in the deposit department and taken inside the vault for individual storage where they may be accessed, examined, and researched at the whim of the agency. As you approach, you see a man step out of the vault. He turns around and he closes the vault, placing his hand on the center. He's in a dark pinstripe suit, slicked back hair. You would recognize this as Tony Galluto, the new head of R&D, and someone who has been influential in the design and maintenance of the vault.
Whoa, hey there. You can, Bud, you're gonna want to reopen that one.
Sorry, what? Can you say that again? What did you say?
We got something.
Yeah, you're gonna want to open. We have another one for the vault.
Oh, you got another one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Come over here. Come over to my desk. So Tony walks over to a small desk that is next to the vault, almost like a wait stand would be in a restaurant, like the hostess stand. He has one of those outside the vault, and he takes the briefcase down. Yeah, what's in it?
Poster.
A poster. You're
Um,
gonna
oh-
have to give me a bit more than that.
It was, what was it called? It was like an involuntary elevator or something like
It's an
that. Like
imprisoning anomaly.
imprisoning.
Its
Okay,
job was
so
to keep you in the elevator.
okay, so
Uh-huh.
so Heather would just be like, it is an imprisoning anomaly that we found in the elevator.
Yeah, that one. She's
Really?
right.
Interesting. Last time I saw an imprisoning anomaly, man, they just really like getting in places and like pulling people in places. It's fascinating. I wish there's some people out there in the world that could just be stuck in an imprisoning anomaly for a while, if you know what I mean. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna need there's a little bit of paperwork. Sorry, paperwork. We all hate paperwork. And
Yeah, it's the worst.
yeah. I can sign off on that if you just fill this out right here. It's pretty standard paperwork. It's just asking you to sign your names, where you found the anomaly, who sent you after it, and what you are returning to the vault.
Great. What was your name?
Tony Galuto. I'm the
Tony.
head of R&D. You see that he's like very proud of himself at the title.
Head of R&D. That's great. Are you recent promotion?
Yeah. I was happy to take over from Dr. Brasco. It's been doing a lot of work out in the field for a
Where's
while.
Dr. Brasco?
Dr. Brasco, he looks around. There's nobody in the hallways, but he looks up the vault and you see he gives it a scan as if he's looking for something. He looks back to you. Dr. Brasco was demoted for unauthorized experimentation and weapons testing. He's going to be reassigned soon.
When did that decision come down?
About 3 months ago.
What was the weapon?
That's above my classification level. I don't know.
Fair enough. We're actually on a case right now.
Oh, fieldwork. I love fieldwork. Fieldwork's great.
Yeah, it's it's everyone here. It's our first field job actually, and that that imprisoning anomaly gave us quite some trouble. Unfortunately, though, not the one we're looking for.
Oh, which one are you looking for?
That's a good question.
Is there a control anomaly? Does that ring any bells?
Control anomaly. Hold on. Yeah, let me see what the logs say.
So Tony, I was just wondering, you been down here a while? Like today?
I mean, I'm down here most days. Yeah, I was out on field work for a while, but they've finally got me back in doing some designing and some architecture inside the vault. So yeah.
No, like I meant like your shift. Like when does your shift start?
I mean, head of R&D, there's always something to do, but generally I start around 9.
Yeah, it's definitely later than that. And sorry, when was your last break, my man? Or is it just you? Is it you're down here the whole time?
I mean, like my office is just down the hall, but so I kind of do some paperwork. I've got some of my my R&D team inside the vault right now, and
yeah, absolutely. Are you hungry?
What are you attempting to do?
I'm trying to sell him this protein bar.
You fucking
I haven't got there yet.
Okay. I was like, it's gotta be something. I was like, what is he doing?
I was like, what are we trying to do here? Okay. So he looks at you. He's
You hungry? Yeah, you hungry?
I mean,
it's just
yeah, man, I could eat.
Yeah, I got this protein bar. I tell you, I had 2 of them, and I could sell it to you right now. It's like I bought the pair for $15, but I'd sell it to you for 5.
You'd sell me a protein bar for $5.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Up in the you can't get these ones in the vending machines.
Huh.
So it's pretty top quality. It's at least 22 grams of protein. I mean, that's packed in there.
You know,
Oh,
I
that's all
have been trying to look better and eat better, and after a while I got stuck in a mascot costume for a while, and it really made me
That's
consider my
wild.
life choices. And yeah, okay, man. What are you
Just
selling
$5.
this for?
Just $5.
I'm gonna have you roll me a check for this. The equivalent of a persuasion check. Let's see what we can do here. You know what? Pick a skill and justify it for me, Tim. What skill are you gonna
I
Definitely
roll?
think it's
subtlety.
gotta be either subtlety or duplicity.
Duplicity, yeah.
Let's go with
Yeah,
duplicity.
Duplicity.
I have the same amount of I got 1-3.
Do you have any burnout?
No, I got 3 quality assurances in duplicity.
Yeah, you do.
And
Did you
I'm
wanna
not going to
spend-
use a single one.
Okay. So you're gonna give me 5 chaos to sell this guy
Yeah.
a protein bar?
Yes.
To sell
Oh,
a protein.
good.
Yeah, 5
That's
chaos
cool.
for $5. That's fair.
$1 per chaos. Yeah, absolutely.
That's like an equivalent.
Tony goes, yeah, man, I work doing some contracting on the side, and a new job just came in. So yeah, why not, man? And he passes you a $5.
You do a lot of side
Okay.
work, Tony.
Now I only need $20.
I had a contracting company for a while, but it's kind of been on the back burner since they pulled me back into the architecture stuff.
That's
for the
fair.
vault.
Busy.
Yeah.
You ever do any jobs for Albrecht?
At the mention of Albrecht, he stiffens. What do you mean jobs for Albrecht? I haven't seen Albrecht in months.
Okay. No reason to get hostile. Just asking a question.
Why are you asking about Albrecht?
Part of our case.
You think he's involved somehow in this anomaly you're tracking?
Could be. He was last seen with one, and it's your job now to house them. So seemed like a logical connection.
Listen, man, I don't know what you're getting at, but I don't like your tone.
That's fine.
This seems like it's getting a little bit too tense. And Dunn makes a really good point. You do seem like you need at least to take a load off and sit down for a minute. So, why don't we go? You said your office was down here. Why don't we just go in there? I can help fill out the paperwork, and we can get all that down. You can sit down, have the protein bar, all that kind of stuff. I was trying to create a distraction.
Okay. Okay. So you're trying to get him to go to his office.
Correct.
Okay. What skill are you going to roll me with that one? And
And
what ability is this for the folks at home?
It's not an ability. I get a commendation because I can't use my powers right now.
All right.
So,
you can't.
So I get a
Ooh.
commendation if I create a distraction.
Okay. At this point, he knows you want him to go to the office, but you've been asking questions about Albrecht. You've shown up with an anomaly.
Mm.
And he's standing in front of the vault. So I think.
Well, but we have to finish the paperwork so we can get this thing into the vault. Like that's very important.
The paperwork is on a clipboard that he's handed to you.
Yeah, but like I need a place to sit down. I've got my own pen, thank you, and I would like to take my time, make sure I fill everything out properly. I would assume the agency likes everything in triplicate, so it's going to take a little bit of time, and he might as well just take a load off because it's getting a little heated in here, and I think that everyone needs some time to decompress. I would.
So at
I'm gonna
this
look at the
point,
skills.
You know what,
I
Tony?
believe at this point, he
I would
looks
say-
at you, Heather, and he looks over at there's a box. There's a box that is next to the elevator. It looks to be like a cupboard of some kind, perhaps of some form of storage or hazmat suits or something like that. He takes one look at you, Heather, and he goes, I know exactly what you are.
Hey,
What
Tony,
is,
you know
the
what?
fuck does that mean?
You know what? This
think
is all
about-
my fault. I'm so
you
sorry.
think about your abilities
Mhm.
and you think about
What he just did, where that cupboard just came from. Yeah. So I am going
also
to
Taylor, I adore you deeply. Taylor is the wonderful owner of Tony Galuto. I love you amazingly, Taylor. Please, small creative license with Tony. I adore you.
I think that I would like to use dynamism if I could.
Yeah.
Because I can use force to get my point across. And I would like to just kind of take a little bit of a tone and say, well, I'm glad that we are so clearly on the same page about this. Can we also be on the same page about this thing? I would just like to get my job done. I'm sure that you're very busy. Please, let's go this way, shall we? And like I will like already be like gesturing to step that direction.
Hey, you can roll dynamism.
All right. That is a single 3.
Do you have burnout? Do you have anything in dynamism?
I do have a quality assurance and dynamism. So I don't have burnout with it.
Okay.
And I don't actually even remember how I
Did I?
would release term burnout.
Your burnout release.
It's when I cut corners. Oh, I hate
yes.
that.
Are we allowed to
When-
help each other with roles in this?
I would
Can
say,
attempt?
I would say, yeah. What would you like to do to help Heather try and convince Tony to walk away from the vault after y'all have come down here up in his biz,
I still got a single 3, but
asking
don't
questions
have-
about Albrecht Dunst?
We don't have anomalies. We don't have powers in that way.
No.
But I have a reality and a sorry, the C word always. I have a job.
competency.
Yes.
Competency. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm thinking congruency. I'm thinking of every other C word that's not competency.
Would you consider what I did to Tony as a non-agent paying me for an action?
He is an agent.
Damn. It's fine. I still got $5.
I'd like to vibe check Tony. I want to figure out like what was that reaction when we talked about Albrecht? Like, is he? I want to know if he feels positively or negatively about Albrecht.
I will say you can roll. Oh boy.
Empathy.
Yeah, I'll say roll empathy.
I would love to.
First of all, Tony, I'd like to say I'm sorry for accusing you of anything, any perceived. Like I said, it's our first job. Everyone's a little stressed. I'm sure you haven't had a break in a while. We certainly haven't. Everyone's a little crazy right now.
You're
I
probably just
apologize.
hungry, dude.
Completely my fault. Hopefully,
You're
so
not
I'd
you
like
when
to.
you're hungry, Tony.
You're not you when you're hungry. I'd like to
Eat a
take
protein
blame,
bar.
fully take blame
Ooh.
for
Yeah.
the bad feelings in the
Ooh.
room. And also, in part of the romantic is not permission. It's so hard to stay mad at you when you attempt something to benefit or impress someone who is upset with you. Receive 1 quality assurance on a roll.
Oh.
I don't know if my blame taking is impressive to this person, but
Well, you're trying to impress him though. Like he is the head of R&D. I'm assuming that you're trying to get back on his good side.
yeah, I'm trying to impress him with my what is it? My ability to take blame,
Okay.
to be the not necessarily the bigger person in the room, but be like, hey, absolutely my bad. So sorry.
Okay. Okay. I am going to resolve SoH's empathy check. What was your empathy?
So I got 1 success. I'm gonna spend 2 quality assurances to make that a stable success.
Heck
Ooh.
yes. All right. So no chaos for me. No juicy chaos for me. So as you're clocking into Tony as Indigo starts talking, and you see this hint of nostalgia, you see a wisp of missing his friend. You see someone who has a personal connection to Albrecht.
Okay, I have an idea, but I'm gonna let Indigo resolve.
Okay. Tony looks at you and you take the blame. So that's a commendation for you, is it? So you feel a slight lightness as you receive one commendation from the commendation department. And Tony looks at you. He opens the protein bar and he takes a bite. You know what? Yeah, you're right. It's
In the past hour, I've had 2 elevators seemingly try to kill me.
Oh yeah, they do that. Yeah.
Do we have stairs?
No.
Would
That's
you
not my
want
department.
to walk stairs in this building?
That's not my
No, they'd probably all
so
turn
many
smooth and
stairs.
it would become a slide or something.
This building is so tall.
And it seems like we got on the wrong foot. I'm not here to make your jobs harder. I know your agents out in the field. I was there once, twice, a bunch of times too. It's
And we're not trying to make your day any worse.
yeah, I appreciate that, man.
It's just
Appreciate
been
that.
it's been shitty for everyone.
It's gets lonely down here at the vault. Of course I've got my, the other employees here in R&D, but
I mean,
it's,
that must be nice. So my department's empty. It's just me.
yeah, you're in PR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel you. I sit in the room all day and just answer phones.
At least you get to talk to
Alright,
people.
Well, phone.
I'm the switch guy.
Oh, you're the switch guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Albrecht talked about you a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That is cool.
You may have noticed this, but I'm not fully corporeal. I am a recently spawned artificial intelligence. And
Oh,
as someone who is not entirely opaque, and people tend to overlook me. And I made a friend, Geneva, the receptionist.
oh, Geneva. She's great.
She is also someone who gets overlooked. But
Yeah. I don't know why anyone would overlook Geneva. They're really good at what they do.
And Geneva told me that Albrecht was one of the only people who never overlooked them. I've never met Albrecht, but I would really like to.
Well, if he comes back, then you let me know.
I will.
And there's not much I can do for you down here other than take this off your hands. And as he reaches out a hand towards the normal briefcase that you have.
Hand it over.
As you take it, you feel a surge of like newfound motivation towards your job as you regain all burned quality assurances. Any quality
Woo!
assurances that you have spent, this is essentially handing in a normal briefcase is the equivalent to the long rest.
I really should have used mine to make a stable success, but
That's why I did it, y'all.
That's how we get
I
the
forgot
bigger
that that's what
prize at the
happened.
end.
You tell me things and I go,
It
I
crossed my
forgot
mind.
them.
It crossed
So
my
So-
mind.
as you take the briefcase and Tony goes, I got one more thing I can do for you since seems like whatever case you're on is important.
I really could use $10.
Wait, also, it just
Sorry, what?
occurred to
Didn't you
me.
get 5?
Hold on. This is important. This man's just used his powers down here.
Are you saying this above board?
I am still trying to get him to come to the office with me of like hey, let's just have a chat real quick.
Yeah, he absolutely used his powers down here.
Yeah.
Head of R&D.
And he goes, you know what?
Department
There's if you want to fill out that paperwork, there's one more thing I can do for you guys. Why don't you come with me?
Great.
So he leads all of you down the hallway towards his office. It's very simple. And there's a very large whiteboard in the corner. It's blank at this point. There's a couple chairs that you can sit down. There's coffee cups everywhere. You see there's like the head of an elephant costume
We don't talk about
on
that.
a corner in the office. But other than that, the office is pretty standard. And he goes, I'm good at my job, and done some testing, and I've figured out that sometimes I get these like flashes of brilliance, and I write them down, and things just tend to go my way. It's one of the reasons we were able to contain all those anomalies and bring them back and make the vault a bit more of a surer place. So, is there anything that you really want to see happen today? So mechanically, folks in R&D are able to write one single sentence on a whiteboard that will come true within a day. Anomalous beings and agency representatives and the agency itself are immune to its effects. But if there is something you would like to have happen in a day, in the next 24 hours, you are able to write this on the board.
Someone covered Dunn's mouth. I see Tim.
He's
Jesus
like,
Christ. I
he's like-
will put Dunn in a chokehold.
His eyes just go wide.
he is all the possibilities. He's trying to like do the calculus.
He's like, I want to find finances.
Okay, at first, can
First, I need
do-
that lawn mowed.
Can it be bullet points?
It's
Okay,
like
great.
a single sentence, man.
But yeah, sentences can be long. Okay.
What's something that's going to help you guys? What's something that's going to help make this field job easier for you?
$100, man.
No, Dunn.
Right. Sorry, no.
We need to find Ashley.
Right, yeah.
But it can't affect any agents.
I guess it's gotta be $100. now.
Otherwise, we could just be like, let's find Garrett Parker Roy. Because that's who we really need to find.
Maybe
Because
we-
that's
you're
literally our
looking-
whole assignment. No, I'm
Did
not
you
saying
say
this
that
out
out
loud.
loud? No. Okay.
But our whole assignment is literally to find this man.
Wait,
Um,
it can't affect agents, right?
It cannot affect
Current?
agents or any anomalies.
What about my cousin, Daryl?
Can we find Albrecht? Because he's not an agent anymore.
Ooh, spicy.
Such a good idea,
Or a way to
man.
contact him, maybe?
Do you ask Tony that, or are you asking each other that?
Oh God. Here's the question.
This is me I have been mean to you, and I've hurt your
Why don't-
fifis, and here's
why
me
don't I-
giving you a gift.
Why don't I just
And
write
here's
up
me
all-
trying to exploit it.
Why don't I just write up all of our ideas on the board?
Well, I'm just thinking.
Just
I'm
sort of
thinking
spitball
too.
like a mind map. Hmm?
The control thing is not an anomaly as far as we know. I mean,
No.
he didn't seem like it. So, like, we should write something that's about whatever that is.
I like the idea of finding Albrecht. He seems nice.
Either that or
I think-
sentence like we all gain control.
$100, yeah.
Or things don't have
Sorry, what?
control over us anymore.
We are agents, so it'll be difficult for this to
Can't
affect
affect
us.
us.
It's true.
Can't affect us.
We could meet Princess Honeycake.
I think that it's
We could.
the best thing that this could give us is some kind of a tool or some kind of knowledge.
Or get Daryl off my back.
Done? Come on, bud.
It's just
Can we
he's
just
only-
can we just bring it in just for 2 seconds,
Okay,
please?
okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I just What about there's like this pack of rare ogre kid cards
No, folk,
that just dropped.
it is important for us to work within our job descriptions.
Sorry.
And right now, our assignment is to locate this person with so many names. Parker Roy Garrett.
Parker Roy,
Garrett
right.
Parker Roy.
You say the name Garrett Parker Roy out loud.
Yep.
I'm doing so.
As you say Garrett Parker Roy, Tony goes, "Oh, the CSO?
Yes.
That guy's an
Sorry.
asshole."
Yes.
Did you say CSI?
He's a
CSO.
missing asshole.
You know,
You know.
Tony, this this is difficult for me to say, but I am starting to believe that perhaps the C-suite does not have our best interests in mind.
Oh, no. Not at all.
But then why would they throw us so many pizza parties?
Oh, you mean the pizza parties they say you're going to have down here in the vault?
Yes,
Yeah.
What's your name?
SohCahToa.
You knew?
Yes, very, in many ways.
Oh, okay. Hate to break it to you, kid, but when they send you for a pizza party in the vault, it's not what they say it is.
Is it lasagna?
Means they lock you in there.
In the vault?
With the pizza?
This is a character.
Imagine
I sit down.
it's worse than being fired. Heck, man, it's probably worse than death. It's scary in there.
Are they alive?
Got all the pizza though. Like, do you have to finish it before they let you out? Dunn is equally confused.
There's
There's
no
no
pizza.
pizza.
There's no pizza.
What?
It is a lie. It is a lie that they tell you.
Pizza is a lie.
This
It's
one's
a
got it right.
euphemism.
Yeah. It's exactly what it is.
It's not a party at all.
It's a
Oh, it's a
prison.
prison.
Yeah. Now you're on it.
Prison party.
Done.
Why do you think that there is a bloodbath in the C-suite?
If I had to communicate with those assholes all day, I'd kill somebody too.
Interesting. Would you mind making me a body?
That's why you're interested in Dr. Brasco.
Yes.
Listen, I think he's being reassigned in a couple weeks. You want me to set up an appointment for you?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Come back down here next Tuesday. I can make that happen for you.
You are very helpful. Thank you.
Well, I know a guy. So
That's what I wanted to write on the board, but we don't have to write that on the board. Now we can find Albrecht. Or $100.
Yeah, great. So I guess we just flip a coin.
So this is
$100?
me as your general manager saying, what would you like to write on this board?
I have no goddamn idea.
I think finding Albrecht's a great idea. I don't know why we aren't going out. You know what? So just
Albrecht,
writes that
yeah.
on the board.
Amazing. So you take the
Sure.
pen, and what do
I
you
take
write?
the pen.
What
um,
exactly do you write?
Oh no.
Oh.
What kind of genie wish is this board?
Okay.
What exactly do you write on the board?
Hate it.
I say, So writes that we meet Albrecht, whatever his last name was,
Dunst.
Dunst, and become friends. And then I dot every I with a heart.
Comma. Because he returns our $100 to us.
As you
Done.
put the period
Period.
at the end of the sentence, the you see the text become a bit more shiny. It shines a little bit on the whiteboard and then returns to its normal madness. Gosh. If I haven't tried it on folks who are no longer agents. I don't know if Albrecht still
I would
is
imagine
able to
not.
do what he does, but
Seemed worth a try. Everything's got a loophole.
yeah.
I'm excited to make a new friend.
Tony, you know quite a bit about anomalies, right?
Yeah, decently enough.
Well, obviously the agency is capable of stripping away anomalies at a moment's notice for some people, and I kind of like make eye contact with him. Is it possible, if you had anomalies on hand personally, that you could replicate what the agency does and assign anomalies to others?
There have been instances where people's powers have become so overwhelming, or the anomalies themselves draw other anomalies to them. Anomalies can triple themselves. They can draw minor anomalies to them. They can manifest minor anomalies to them. Essentially, what you're trying to find is a distortion in reality. And that happens all the time. All the time, in the most mundane ways.
More of what I mean is this, and I suppose let me be blunt.
Blunt is the best way to do it, unless you're trying to chisel something.
It's true. Or stab.
If someone, let's say a former agent, were to have anomalies on hand, the agency stripped them of their anomalies, but they contained anomalies and had them in their possession, could they utilize them and or attach them to themselves without the need for the agency?
Take a lot of power, but I don't see why not. Stranger things have happened.
Do you know what kind of anomaly nobody is?
Who do you mean? Sorry.
Nobody is the name of the anomaly.
Of course. Of course.
Is it a nobody anomaly?
And nobody was thought to be a freedom anomaly. That it enjoyed escaping things, would allow itself to be caught, and would escape again. I think it's less about freedom, more about choice. I can see why Albrecht took it. Yeah, does what it wants to do. Always a bit of a wanderer, I think.
Do you know what Resident Albrecht used to be?
Tony looks towards nickname. From what I can tell. Something like that. Drain.
One more question.
Yeah, shoot.
I take out the nice linen jacket that I wrote on in blood in the other languages.
Absolutely.
And say, do you recognize any of these languages?
Tony takes a look at it for a moment. Can't say I do. No, I'm sorry. Languages. Now, if you put tools in front of me, you put sculpture and work, buildings in front of me. Yeah, absolutely. I know what that is. This, not my bag. That might be the archaeology department or the languages department.
Languages department. Are they near finance?
I don't know.
I'll find out. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, good luck. I
Thank you,
hope
Tony.
you succeed in whatever you're out there to do. And yeah, if you've got more of these, you can bring them down here. And I really hope this comes true for you guys. Tell them I say hi.
True.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no
Tony.
problem. And you leave his office.
Yeah, I have a pitch.
I like him.
Yeah, he seems cool. What if we go to finance? Because maybe we can see if Garrett has been spending any money recently somewhere, to see if we can find him that way.
Dunn, what did I say about finance?
It's just like if he's been spending any money, they would know about it, and they would be able to tell us where he's been spending money. And I could ask for a raise for all of us.
We already have a lead with the scheduling department.
Okay, fine. Sorry. It's just a crazy idea I had. We could try it later.
So as you head back over to the elevator, You go back inside. The doors close. And it moves upwards at a reasonable, normal pace.
I think Indigo would close their eyes and cover their ears for the entire ride.
There's no music.
Right.
I can sing if you'd like.
I would like that.
Yeah. Thank you.
As
That's great.
So continues on with her amazing version of elevator music.
Was that embarrassing myself for others' benefits?
Do you feel that was embarrassing yourself for other
No, the thing
benefits?
is, I wasn't embarrassed at all.
Was
I love-
SohCah
That was
embarrassed?
great. Yeah, I don't think.
Was SohCah embarrassed?
No.
I like to
I was
think
very proud
too
of
that
this
it's
song.
been a very long elevator ride.
Heather
would
is
say
just
unless
standing there,
SohCah
like,
is
stone cold face
embarrassed,
staring
that's
at the
not
door.
embarrassing
I
yourself.
don't know
Yeah.
if SohCah can feel embarrassment. I'm gonna find out. Okay.
You're gonna
All
push
right.
this character until I feel what she's
That was
embarrassed
just
by.
awesome.
As you get probably about what you're assuming is the ground floor, you feel your powers come back and resonance ripples through your body. And where would you like to head?
Scheduling.
Go to scheduling, yep.
speak.
Okay.
Scheduling.
I rugby tackled Dunn to the ground. And
Scheduling.
scheduling.
I don't like to be touched.
Okay. So as you hear Geneva's voice once again, scheduling department, enjoy your trip. The doors open. And as you step out the doors, I'm going to spend 3 chaos here, and I'm going to activate a reality trigger. Heather.
Damn it. I knew.
You hear your phone ring. And this is your non-agency phone, the one that you use for your event planning business. And it's from a number you don't recognize.
I'm sorry, I have to take this. Go for Heather. And she just kind of like walks out and like down the hallway.
Oh, hi, Heather. It's Trina. Is this a bad time?
No, of course not. Trina, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I just wanted to, check in and see how things are going and if you had any leads on Mr. Parker Roy.
Is there a reason that you're calling me on a non-agency phone line?
I had a hard time tracking down your number. I'm really curious as to why you have a whole other phone line. You should be so easy to get a hold of. You're in PR.
I don't know why you wouldn't have my phone number, but I don't know what that's about. I know that there have been some issues with the systems recently, so that's possible that could be why.
Strange to get redirected to a whole other phone.
That is strange, but the agency works in strange ways. Everything seems to be going really well, actually. We were progressing quite quickly. So.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. Okay, well, that's awesome. Really glad to hear. If you have anything really pertinent or you feel like there's really important updates for me, we can figure out a way for you to get in contact with me. I'll let you know about that. So just a question. If not this number to phone you on when I can't get a hold of you, should I call your house phone?
I don't know why you would do that. I'm not there, obviously.
Well, just maybe I can leave a message for you with your partner, Misty, right?
That is correct, yes. Misty doesn't like to get involved with my work. So I prefer that you keep my work at work. Thank you.
Yeah, what awesome for you. Look at that work-life balance. I'm sure that seminar we had the other month really paid off.
It was a valuable seminar. There were a lot of interesting things that I took away from that meeting.
Amazing. Okay, well, great work. So happy to hear about it. And just keep me posted. Talk soon. And the line goes dead.
Ugh. I do not like that woman.
Who was on the
And
phone?
I'm not lying.
I know you're not lying.
That was Trina. Why she is calling me on my personal phone, I am uncertain. I have my work phone right here.
Maybe she wants to be your friend.
Weird.
You have a second phone?
I have many devices. It's fine. I have a lot going on, Dunn.
She say anything?
She's just asking for an update on our progress and being her usual pleasant self.
So nothing about the date or how I was. Just curious. Just curious. It's fine. No, you don't got it. You gotta tell me. It's fine.
We were talking so much about business things, and you know how I am, Indigo, trying to always stay very on task. So I can send her a message if
There's no time. We're busy. She's busy. We're busy.
So is there any reason why my phone would not be working?
Oh. Well, can I see it?
Of course, and I'll hand her my agency issued cellular device.
I'm just gonna try and like warg into the phone.
Okay. I'm gonna say that is you attempting to use one of your skills to alter reality at this point. Warging into the phone is a really great terminology for that. What skill would you like to use?
I guess I'm gonna use the same one because it's a screen and I can walk into screens.
Ah, yeah.
So
and your powers are back.
I'm just gonna like walk around and have a look. Well, I'll be like, sorry, hold this, and give it back to Heather to hold, and then I'm just gonna kind of go like a.
Amazing.
Oh, I don't know if I
What do you have to roll to do that? What roll do you have to make?
I have to roll professionalism. Oh my god, that's not a touch screen. Oh god. I'm just like poking my laptop. Like, I'm sorry.
I've done that. I'm like
trying to like warg into my
trying to interface with your own technology.
Okay, 1 success, no burnout.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, you do it totally fine, and I'm gonna take that for yummy.
What's
chaos.
Heather's background on the phone?
Yeah, great
like
question.
Kittens or
on the agency issue phone, I would imagine that there are like predetermined backgrounds that you are allowed to put on your phone.
Yep.
And
what's on yours?
I would say that mine has never changed from the default.
Amazing.
So it is probably like a triangle with like another different colored triangle in the background.
Yeah, it's like a beautiful arranged of triangles and red and purple and like a light off gray.
I will say it's very easy to visually parse. Like it is very like streamlined of like, okay, here's this thing and everything's organized very well on
Heather, you can change your background. I could do that for you right now if you want.
I'm not going to give you $5 to change my background, Dunn.
Honestly, I'd do it for free.
That's such a sign of respect. So you walk into this kind of this phone. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking to see I'm going to do a first check on the monitoring system because all agency devices are going to have like full monitoring, like location, and like all traffic and metadata and things going through the device. So I'm going to just check. That used to be my job, but now it's not. So I'm just checking that if that system's in place still.
It is. It has been up and running, and it has been running in the background on Heather's phone.
Okay. Then I'm going to check if the phone is connected to the internet and the like cell signal.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Okay. And then I'm going to do a check to see if there's any non-standard software installed on the phone outside of the standard issue.
Absolutely none. This is as cut and dry as it is.
Okay.
This is Heather's work phone.
I hop out. Your work phone seems functional.
I'm going to call my work phone from my phone, from my other work phone.
It rings.
You're going to get a weird echo.
Okay. We need to progress faster, it seems. So let's go.
I appreciate that you did not install games on your work phone. That is an inappropriate use of company devices.
I have no reason to install anything that does not belong on that phone. It just creates clutter.
You would be surprised how many staff install games on their phone.
What about like fan wiki apps?
You would be surprised how many people waste far too much time doing frivolous things. That is not something that I do. Let us
Yeah.
go.
So as you make your way over to the scheduling room, winding down the long halls, you realize that there's actually in some way a way that it connects to the assistance department, like a back staircase. You assume the scheduling room, as you've spoken with Geneva about, is where work schedules are coordinated to ensure adequate coverage, as well as the agency mandated specifications on like how each department is run is supposed to be met. As you get to the door, it is closed, and you hear a feminine voice yelling through the door. I can't yell because I have sleeping children in this house, but I'm gonna.
Howard.
Thank you. I'm gonna encourage you to imagine that I am yelling.
Oh dear.
Make it fit. You have to make it fit. Do you have an appointment for that? It has to work, Ashley. It has to work. It's a feminine presenting voice.
Do we recognize it?
No.
Do we have the scan card? Can we just go in?
You do have
Yeah.
the scan card.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. You scan the scan card, and as you open the door, time slows down for all of you. Not actually, but it is if you are trying your best to get a sense of everything that is going on in this absolute clustercuss of an office. You see who you presume to be Ashley Mainwaring sitting in the center of the room. She is wild-eyed and frazzled. You see huge purple bags under her eyes. Her face is blotchy. Her clothing is askew. You see behind her a vast walls of names and times and allocations, these tiny little boards with names on them. Everything has been moved and thrown about. There are things blinking red as if they, this name is not supposed to go in this category. Everything is moving rapidly, shifting constantly as new time slots are opening up. She is holding a series of red strings in her hands. And as you look closer, the red strings seem to emanate from large paper cuts on her hands. And what hits you the most is that there are people attached to those red strings at the end of it, leading from her hands to the wrists where they are tied. You see Jonathan, you see Uncle Josh, and you see Misty. Their eyes are glazed over, and they are moving as Ashley is moving them. She catches you staring at them. Don't look at them. Look at me. Look how well I'm working, fixing the schedule. Isn't that what you wanted? Is that enough for you? Is it working yet? There is a venom and a desperation in her voice. And as she speaks to you, and she yells at you, almost paradoxically, you want to help her. There is such a strong, deep urge that you haven't felt to help anyone in your life. You have a strong, deep urge to help her. As she sits in the center of the room.
You need to rest. Ashley, you need to rest.
I don't need to rest. It needs to work. And now I have people doing the work for me. I've got assistants now, and I'm training them.
These are your assistants.
Yes, my assistants.
Do they look real?
Do you go into the room and try to touch them?
I'm not going to try to touch them, but I will walk into the room.
As you walk into the room, she eyes you very carefully.
Is she sitting down?
Yes, she's sitting in a chair.
Can Indigo... I would like to also walk into the room.
Okay.
Get a little bit closer. And like to take a knee. I want to get eye level with Ashley.
Okay.
And I would like to use tip of the tongue.
For the folks at home, what does that do?
Open your mind to the thoughts of someone nearby. Let their words reach your voice and roll empathy. On a success, you say what the target wishes they were saying right now. I want to see if this is Ashley, or if there's Ashley deeper, like a prisoner.
Hey, roll empathy for me.
Okay. I do have insurances. Great. 1, 3, 2 3s.
Okay, that is a success. Would you like to spend a quality assurance to make it a stable success?
If I spend it that third, does that count towards the next tier? If I spend a quality assurance to reach 3, it's not Triscendence. And on every third 3, you may ask a question.
Yes, that counts.
I would like to spend one of my quality assurances to get a third 3.
Awesome. You do so, and you do not give me any chaos. So, as you open your mind to her, there is a moment where it is almost if her need and your need connect. This urge to help mends together. You feel her whole job is helping. Her whole job is to be able to anticipate the needs of someone, of Garrett Parker Roy. And in that moment, you've done maybe something that nobody else has done in a very long time. You've tried to anticipate her needs. As you reach into her thoughts, you hear her say, I don't want to work here anymore. Please, help me. Comes out of your mouth. And Dunn, you recognize this voice. This is the woman you saw in the switch room. The one that disappeared in the cloud of papers. The begging to please help her. You're muted, I think, hon.
Oh, I shouldn't be.
Now you just have to get closer to the mic.
I'm just quiet. Hey, listen. Do you want to maybe just let those people go and maybe just get some fresh air outside? Why don't you just you don't need to be here. Someone else can make this work. Maybe this isn't the right place for you.
As you start speaking with her, the connection breaks between her and Indigo, and her eyes shoot over to you, and she goes, who else is going to take my job? I've been told I can be replaced by a computer. I need this job. I need the money.
Look, I know a thing or two about needing money, okay?
And now they are going to work for me. They can assist me, and I can actually get my job done.
Look, lady, my Uncle Jay is not going to work for you, okay? And if you don't let him go, it's not going to end well.
Are you threatening her?
I am.
Oh. Oh.
I am going for the gun.
Okay.
Ability.
The ray gun?
You're going for the ripple gun?
I'm not going to shoot it, but
Can I step in? But can I see this and like kind of step in front of Dunn to like conceal that he's reaching for his weapon? Just say,
I wish I could make rolls in this instance because I'm trying to think of how perceptive she is.
I always spend chaos
Can
on
I
it.
take
And
this moment to ask my question?
Oh.
Well, he's...
And you've identified... Sorry, I would say yes to you, Indigo. Yes, I want to let you ask your question. Dunn, you've identified that Uncle Jay is yours, right?
Mhm.
Okay. You watch as you say this. You see her hands grip around the string, and she begins to pull.
Okay, I'm
And
going to
she-
do something, but I want Indigo's thing to resolve first.
Yeah. Go ahead, Indigo. As her eyes kind of drift back to you.
I don't want to ask the wrong question. That was the problem. Ashley, what's your end game?
And you're speaking to her.
What's the plan after all this?
I don't have a plan. I don't know I don't know what's happening. I don't know what I'm doing. I just needed help. I needed them to help me. So I called and they came.
Who came?
My assistants came. I asked for help.
Okay.
I put the stuff in Heather's calendar. I needed help.
Hey, Ashley. I'm here to help you. I'm actually here to relieve you. So you can go on a vacation.
Okay, I'm going to use that cue to do my thing. Well, Ash is kind of turned towards Heather.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my ability, Nightmare.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, goodness.
For the folks at home, what are you doing?
Project yourself into something larger than life. Roll presence. On success, you may pick an illusory form and appear as that to a particular target. The form can be terrifying, beautiful, or mundane, and they believe it's your true form.
Okay.
Okay, so I already rolled because I've been waiting.
Okay, what did you roll?
I got 2 3s, and I'm going to use one of my quality insurances to make 3.
Yes.
Stable success. And
I love how
gonna,
you all are understanding the chaos now. Now you get it.
I'm going to take the form of Garrett Parker Roy.
Yes, you
thank
are.
you. Okay.
Yes, you
I
are.
was,
Yes.
I was waiting.
I was like, oh my God, my body's ready.
Okay. As she's looking at Heather, what do you do? And she has she's got Uncle Jay's line in a vice grip in her hand.
What was Garrett's voice? I heard it.
It was brusque and think like Wall Street stocks, bro.
Ashley.
You see her freeze. The other ones go tight in her hand. And she looks over her shoulder.
You've done really good here. This is good work. I'm really impressed with the schedule. You know what? I think you can take the rest of the day off.
Really?
You're looking pretty rough. You need some rest. Leave your assistants. Go, I don't know, watch a movie or whatever you do.
Are you sure? Don't you need me to pick up your...
Do you want me to repeat myself?
No, sir. Okay, well, then I'll leave them to do your job, to do my job. If you want me to go take a break.
Yes. They're good. They're trained.
Yeah, I trained them.
You did well. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Go.
Fine.
Also, I get another thing because I got a third 3.
Absolutely.
I get to learn the target's most secret desire.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, there are other things I could have learned, like worst fear, but that seems like a bummer.
I feel like we know her
Well,
worst
this
fear.
could also be a bummer.
And it's fucking Garrett Parker Roy. That's her worst fear.
You see what you want to see what she wants most?
Yep.
You see, as if projected almost immediately behind her, you see a small farmhouse. You see a garden. You see chickens running around. You hear the sounds of a farm. You smell pie. Then you hear, Ashley, time for supper. And it fades. As she's looking at you, she gently lets go of Uncle Jay. And you watch as the thread falls from her hand. Jonathan and Misty's thread. She waits a second, as if almost to like make sure they're doing the job correctly, as they fall from her hand. You see a shifting of red energy starting to hop around her body. What would you like to do?
I open the briefcase.
Okay. The shifting red energy starts to pulsate and flicker, and it flashes out across the room. You see a series of interconnected and like bursting triangles out of them, and they fold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they collapse into the box, and it snaps closed. And she collapses back in the chair. What would you like to do?
We're to Uncle Jay.
So they are like here.
Wait, the people are here?
Yes. So you walk into
Oh.
the room,
I'm
and
gonna
you
end
realize
so many
that
people's lives.
I thought it was
Jonathan-
like a projection.
Mm-mm. Jonathan, Uncle Jay, and Misty are standing there, and they kind of come out of it. You
I
now
run
have
to Misty.
You have 3 loose ends in this room, also, just to let you know. As Ashley sits, she kind of comes to in the chair. She sees the cuts on her hands. What happened? What happened? Who are you? Heather?
You were working a little bit too much, Ashley.
I remember the meeting. I was taking notes. And then I don't remember anything after that. It got loud. Really loud. And I vaguely remember this burning sensation. It was too hot. It was like being close to Mr. Parker Roy felt like being next to an oven. And then I was here. How long has it been?
Couple of days.
Oh my God. Who are these people? Who are all you people?
People who
Field
should not be
agents.
here.
Yeah. Okay. And as you watch, as she kind of sees what's happened in the room, she leans over and she vomits in a wastebasket.
Here, I got it. Just here. I don't worry about it. I'll clean it up.
You cleaning up her mess?
Yeah.
That's another commendation. Done. Well done.
Racking those up.
Tim definitely has the most commendations.
Yeah,
So
absolutely
many,
does.
so many messes.
It's always the same one. Because the
It's
other
just
just
cleaning it.
Not been able to do.
The other ones are bury a problem.
Very
and,
problem and dig up some dirt.
Oh, the drama.
Which I will.
Can we go to
Actually-
our loved ones?
Ashley looks at you. Kind of like wiping her face. Tell Mr. Parker Roy I quit. Tell him I quit.
Good idea.
I think
He's
that's the
gonna-
right decision.
He's going to have to find a new assistant, I think. I'm going to go. Are you still carrying her phone? And her planner?
I would have those things. I I will return her phone to her. I will not return the planner to her.
Okay.
And I'll be like, we found this.
Oh, that's just my work phone. I don't need it anymore.
Nothing important on it?
No, I don't put anything personal in my work stuff.
It's a good call.
Not even like a custom background.
Why would I? The phone's not mine. It's not my property.
See?
Yeah.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Just think it's weird. It's fine.
Ashley, have you seen Albrecht?
Oh.
I think you muted her.
You did.
Oh, sorry.
There
I
we go.
wasn't close enough to my mic. I was speaking softly. What do you know about him? I've been trying to track him down for months. Also, Dorktails, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, friends. I don't know where he is. I was trying to get in touch with him so that Mr. Parker Roy would get off my back.
Mr. Parker Roy was looking for Albrecht.
Yeah, he's the last anomaly that... Well, not that Albrecht was the anomaly. He was a resonant, but I think he took one. I think he took it.
Yes,
He did?
Yeah.
you were right. You did good work.
Thanks. Nobody believed me. I've been trying to prove it for months, but they kept saying it was my fault that they didn't get tracked down. And I was like, but I'm just an assistant. Why is this my fault?
It's
was
not your
never your
fault. They
fault.
knew.
They're hiding something.
That's why they sent us.
It's easy to blame an assistant.
Yeah. Are you guys like a special team of field agents or something?
Kind of.
Yes,
We are
I
today.
think- yeah. We have yeah.
It's a
And I'm
work in
going-
progress.
I'm going to be Albrecht's friend today.
You're gonna be...
I think tomorrow,
Do you
if
have
it works.
do you have contact with him?
No, but
Not
I
yet.
will.
Soon, maybe. R&D.
I'm talking about this like I care about anything that happens here. I need to go.
Also,
Actually,
if
go
you
home.
have any petty cash or whatever, I can return that to finance.
Done.
We're going
Smack him in the back of the head.
I don't care. I
I
don't
was just
actually done. You know
formality.
what? Here.
Sorry.
She reaches into her back pocket and she pulls out a small leather card, like a small card wallet. She flicks through ones and she pulls out a black credit card
It's a company card.
and she passes to you.
Ah. Okay.
This
This is a terrible idea.
this is Mr. Parker Roy's personal account.
This is personal. This is personal. It's not okay.
Burn it down.
Okay. Sorry. Are you?
You
saying
could
burn
not
it
have
down?
chosen a better person to give that to.
She puts the card in your hand and she walks out of the room.
Hey guys, do you know if there's an ATM on the floor?
There's an ATM in reception.
Perfect. That's great. That's great.
What for?
I'm just curious.
So you have 3 of your closest relations in the room. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
3 loose ends.
I want to go talk to my wife.
Okay.
And as you realize this, I'm
just-
looking at our time.
I just wanted one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is this? I know it's a card, but I would say this is a notable amount of money.
This is a
It just have-
notable amount of
Yeah.
money.
Okay, so because of the fly in your wallet, the money disappears and you receive +1. Can I look at Uncle Jay
Yeah.
and go, just take it, okay? Here, just buy whatever you want. And I let it go. And then the upside of it is I gain +1 connection to a relationship of my choice.
Hey, who do you want to increase connection with?
Uncle Jay.
Okay.
I mean, it's already maxed out, but that
Yeah.
feels like
More.
Okay. So as you put the card in Uncle Jay's hand. I am going to spend 3 more chaos here.
Fuck you.
And
the time.
done. Despite the fact that you left Harlan in charge, you realize that it is about right now that it's time to switch your switches.
Oh shit.
And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
How are your
well,
fifis, you guys? How are your fifis?
Upset.
upset, but I'm happy.
thriving.
I'm happy for Ashley. Get the fuck out of this place.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
happy
bad
for
to you.
Ashley. I'm proud of her.
But she's
it.
okay.
Ashley
it.
got out, not scot-free,
But
but
if she-
got out.
I was gonna shoot her with the gun if
She
she,
was
if
gonna-
I know.
We
she
know.
kept hurting my uncle.
She was going to kill them if you tried to hurt her.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
That made sense.
Yeah, if you had killed my fucking
My
wife,
wife.
I would burn this place to the ground.
I mean, I
To the
have
ground,
enough-
Em.
I have enough chaos almost to kill all 3 of them in one shot.
There's a table for that.
Yep.
Why are you the way that you are?
Why am I the way that I am? Why is the game the way that it is? Because it's awesome. If you have liked Triangle Agency this evening and you love corporate horror as much as I do, and you want to have a great time / torture a bunch of field agents in a fantastic game such as this, please type !triangle in the chat and go back the Kickstarter. It is so beyond funded. It's amazing. They have like an unbelievable amount of stretch goals. There's more art, there's more missions, there's an extended like length of everything. They have enough funding to pay all their artists and their writers more. One of the wonderful creators of this game, Caleb, is in the chat right now. Caleb is an absolute gem to work with on this. Some of the new abilities that the agents premiered tonight, Caleb sent over to me just for this little mini series. So I'm so pleased. Thank you all so much for being my wonderful agents. And thank you all so much for coming out. Please go back to Kickstarter, and we will be back with the series finale of this arc 1 of our Triangle Agency extended edition. I am very excited to hopefully bring back more arcs with some new faces, some old faces, always in 3 episode little stints. So yeah, is my sweet wonderful agents, do you have anything to say to the wonderful folks out in the world before we end this evening?
Go poke the weird random building that everyone ignores in the middle of the town because it might be an anomaly. I don't know.
It might be an anomaly.
Don't
Amazing.
work at this in a corporate.
Don't
setting,
work
just in
at the
general.
agency.
Don't work.
Don't forget to ask for $5.
Don't work. Become ungovernable. This is serious.
And if you have an extra
Ungovernable.
$5, I could really use it.
Be the freedom anomaly you want to see in the world.
Be
Okay?
the freedom anomaly you
Yes.
want to see in the world. I am gonna put my triangles up, and I'm gonna wish everyone a Triscendent week. We will see you next Wednesday. Love all of you. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.